Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the PartyPlex. I'm MJ, and I will be your DM, and I am joined by...
Oh, I guess I'm at the top apparently. Hi, I'm Mira. I am playing James, the good old pizza boy.
We love you, pizza boy.
Yeah. Hello. I lost my train of thought because I was doing something for a second. My name is Wren or Aaron, and I am playing as Chip.
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Tired Penguin. You can call me Pengu because that is my name and I exist. I'm playing the bird who's angry usually, Kestrel.
And my name is Zen, and for a change of pace, I am a player and not the DM, and I will be playing Eggs, Florentine, and Handy today.
We love them.
Yeah! I'm so excited.
We love him. We're happy to see him.
So, let's just say, sorry, words. Today, Harlequinette has noticed something a little bit odd, and that it's not the night shift yet, but Eggs Florentine is already in the building, downstairs in the basement, kind of poking around. And now, maybe that's not a big cause for concern, but Harlequinette is curious about that. It seems like an unusual change from how Eggs usually is. And they kind of are aware that Eggs isn't, like, super fond of them, or at least is a little nervous around them. So they're sort of like, maybe some of the other employees could snoop in their stead. Thus, you all are gathered.
Yeah.
We are gathered here today to discuss
Eggs.
the eggs situation.
I have a question. Would Chip know eggs actually?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I
Considering she
think
was kind of out for about like 3 months or so.
They were both in the
I think
kitchen
honestly
and turning
Harlequinette
red.
just like looks around at like who the nearest people were to them and just send a message to each of you like,
Yeah.
hey, come talk to me for a sec. I have something I need you to do.
Oh wait, no, yeah, that does remind me that Chip did actually say hello to Eggs when she saw him in Turning Red, so that she probably has like an inkling of who he is.
Mhm.
I feel like James gets contacted right as his shift is ending, and he's just like, confusion? Okay.
You're gonna be working overtime.
Apparently so.
This is not in the
Get
job.
used to it, bud.
This is not in the job description.
Too many
Eh.
yes, too many shenanigans happen for you to not work overtime.
Hey, at least he's getting
Shenanigans at the
paid.
right place.
Yeah.
So I gather that you all gather.
Yeah.
I believe they do.
Yeah. You find
We are
Harlequinette
gathered here today.
Together.
kind of nervously pacing in the prize corner room. And they turn to you all as you enter and go, "Oh, thank you for coming on such short notice. Now I don't want to say there's anything to be worried about going on, but I've noticed something interesting. Are you all aware of the night guard Eggs?
Oh, eggs! Yeah, but is he okay? What's going on?
Uh, Now I'm sure he's fine. Though I am a little bit worried. He's poking around in the basement, which not a big deal for a night guard, but he's come in before his shift and he hasn't notified me about it. And well, I was just wondering if you all could maybe go down there and see what he's up to, and well, more importantly, make sure he doesn't get like trapped under a falling shelf or something. There's a lot of blind spots down there on the cameras.
Wanted to snoop on his snooping.
suppose that's one way to put it.
Well, I mean, it's better to have backup when you're looking at stuff, especially when there's blind spots. It's kind of hard to call for help if you're.
Exactly. You get it.
I'm trying to think of how Chip would actually respond because part of me like wants to say that she does like said she doesn't know who Eggs is, but just barely. So her first thought is just like, oh, I guess they added something new to the PartyPlex menu.
What? Chip.
Just like the thought bubble of just
Chip, no.
the mouse running in the mouse wheel. What's just going on right now?
That is such a funny mental image.
And then, but no, afterwards she squints and she's like, wait, why do we need security cameras to look at food?
Those eggs are wild and
Bigger leg.
Oh no!
They're hatching, oh no!
Oh no!
yeah. So Harlequinette thinks all of you are on the same page and like nods her head and you know
yes, very much so.
you know, they're like, okay, you understand. Yeah, you just gotta go to the basement and check on Eggs and, you know, see what he's up to and make sure he doesn't get hurt down there all alone by himself. If you want, you could also roll insight on Harlequinette.
I very much would like to.
Of course.
Me too.
Oh, I zoomed up so far on her sheet. I need to
Ah,
zoom back
gosh,
in.
dang it. Well, that's a 2 plus 6, so that's an 8.
Oh, not bad, actually. Well, not great, but better than a 2.
Yeah, better than a 2. I hit
Zero.
enter
What is
before I
this?
was able to hit the shift plus.
1. No. 1.
Dear
I should
God.
go 5.
Out of the loop.
All of
Yeah,
you
it's
are
fine.
doing just great. Yeah, no, Harlequinette seems totally normal. Maybe a little bit, you know, in a hurry, but you know, they're head of security. They probably got stuff to do, and they just want y'all to do this little small task for them, and there's nothing else going on. Totally.
Yep. Totally.
So, Harlequinette directs you to where they last saw Eggs in the basement, sort of just in like the general storage area of the lower levels.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look at his. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have. Yeah, he does not have
Yeah.
a flashlight right now.
He thinks that I should also ask for you guys to roll insight on Chip.
Aw.
Just being in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh no, Harlequinette is sending Chip back into the trauma zone.
Oh no, not again. It's okay, the trauma zone is soon becoming the friend zone.
Okay.
I
There's a
actually,
friend
that
in
is
there.
not how I meant to phrase that, but it's just
You're about to get friend zoned.
James is squinting at Chip. He got a 15. Oh,
Oh my
shoot.
god.
Way to go, Kestrel.
Everyone is perceiving. Yeah, she is very nervous down here. She doesn't like it. She's very alert, I guess. I don't know if that would be the word. She's mostly just looking behind her and looking around nervously and everything. She doesn't like being here.
James is gonna just kind of lean close and bump up against Chip, and go, "Hey, you're gonna be okay. You got us."
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, she softens up just a little bit, but she is still quite nervous.
Understandable.
James is already just assigning her the mental of I am going to protect this person.
Protect the bird.
Protect. He doesn't know why she's so scared, but he protect. He protect.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Kestrel standing around Chip like bodyguards.
Yep. Handshake, James.
Adorable.
Protect.
Protect.
Protect the chicken.
Protect the...
Since he's noticed that Chip is all on edge and stuff, James is going to just roll a perception, which is a +6.
Ooh.
Just to keep an eye out as they're going
Expressions.
down. Oof. Okay, that's a 10.
Oh.
Buddy.
Well, I'll say this, there's not, like, it's just the normal, you're just heading down the stairs into the lower parts of the basement. Everything seems normal at the moment.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay. He's got his peepers peeled though. He's looking around. He's on.
Just filled.
He's no one's gonna jump on him, no sir.
Yeah, so, I'm, no obstacles here to get down to the basement where, Eggs was. So, hey Zen, what's Eggs up to?
Oh.
I'm wondering if y'all should have to roll something to find eggs, because the basement can get dark in places, and Eggs doesn't have a flashlight either. Not that he needs one, so he might be in the dark somewhere.
Perception or investigation, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see which one Chip is better at now. Never mind. She has a -1 in investigation.
I know.
Oh boy.
Oh, sweetie.
I always forget that I
Kestrel's investigation
purposely
is
made her
+5.
intelligence low.
Woo, that's a 16 for
Yeah.
looking for egg
I will
from
go with
James.
perception. 7. Okay.
24.
You
Oh
know,
my gosh.
Kestrel's got his
24 from
eyes peeled.
Kestrel.
Mhm. I'm imagining Chip.
Kestrel and Eggs are really good at finding each other.
Yeah.
Aww. I'm imagining Chip is just standing there.
That's happened in multiple games.
She's too preoccupied with being scared of the basement.
Yeah, she's just like trying not to have a full-on panic attack. She's not
Yeah.
looking.
She doesn't.
Uh.
She does not perceive. She
She's
does
getting
not
her
see
voice.
anything. Her eyes are closed.
I'm gonna give this poor
Oh.
chicken a security blanket.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the
Oh.
security guard or two do instead. And James and Kestrel will notice that, like, off of the room that you arrive in, there's an open door leading into a dark room from which there seems to be some rustling. A sign on the door says it's like party supplies or something. And with a 24, Kestrel can faintly hear Handy going, "And what exactly do you think we're going to find in here?" So, well, you know where Handy is, and
I wonder where Handy usually is.
mhm.
I wonder if there's maybe like a pair that comes with those two. I wonder.
Almost as if there's like a package deal or something.
Hmm.
No, actually, Kestrel doesn't point, but he is listening.
James is gonna point towards the rustling, like, haha!
Are you just gonna stand there pointing, or are you gonna go in and try to find eggs?
If no one
I'm
else is
sorry.
moving first, James will.
the mental image of James just pointing and then standing there for like silence for like 3 minutes.
I was imagining him like also doing like the Spider-Man pointing meme pose, just sort of like
Yeah.
dramatically crouched and pointing.
I found something.
Pointer dog. Point. No, he would actually say something just like, aha! Over there! And then he would skitter over there.
Mhm.
Skitter.
Yeah, she's
If
following
this is said
behind
out
him.
loud, then I think Eggs can roll perception. See
Yeah.
if he notices the approaching entourage.
Sure.
I mean, Chip is short, but I don't think it'll be difficult to hear her loud animatronic footsteps.
Mhm. Yeah, 13.
Gonna
I
roll
think he can
stealth.
tell someone's out there coming. Unless y'all
Okay.
are trying to sneak.
James is probably gonna try and do a sneak just because. Just because.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Should probably roll stealth for that.
Yep, I'm rolling. Oh,
Well.
shoot.
God damn.
Oh, that's a nat 20. Okay.
James just blends into the darkness.
Yep. This works for lore reasons. He just like you hear him go, "Ha! Over there." And then you just see him vanish into the shadows.
Sneak 100.
Uh,
Cause concern, Chip, honestly.
did anyone else just hear Aaron get all robotic, or was that just me?
Oh.
Oh, no,
Am I all good?
you're
You
good.
sound fine on
Okay.
my
I sound
end.
good now. Maybe it's my Wi-Fi. Who
Yeah.
Thank you,
knows?
gentle pats. But yeah, I want to just kind of paint the picture of you heard him coming, as in you heard the oh over there, and then you hear nothing else. Eggs.
Mhm. I feel like Eggs just sort of stops rifling through boxes of party supplies for a moment and is like listening, and then is like internally like, well, maybe they're down here for something else.
Must have been the wind.
And then James pops out. Like eggs.
Oh,
Aw.
Eggs flinching backwards and falling onto his butt like, what?
Oh,
James?
you okay?
I'm fine, but what are you doing down here?
Oh, security had wanted us to make sure that you were okay down here.
Yeah, I'm fine.
James holds out a hand for Eggs to take to help him back up.
Eggs hesitates for a moment and then takes it to stand back up.
James beams, helps him
Oh.
stand up.
Oh my god. Adorable.
Golden retriever.
He is a golden retriever.
Oh my goodness, we have 2 golden retrievers.
So what were you looking down here for?
Uh, I'm gonna make a roll before I answer that.
Oh boy.
And you can contest this with insight.
Yeah.
Oh
this is-
boy.
Oh my
That's a nat
gosh.
20.
Okay, give me 1 second.
yeah, I was
to take
assuming
a
this
drink.
was deception or something.
Okay. Give me 1 second to roll insight.
Mhm. Well, I will give Eggs this answer because how well he does has been determined. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Ah,
not
darn it.
not really anything in particular. Just trying to familiarize myself with more of the PartyPlex layout. I'm still pretty new, so I want to make sure if anyone asks me for something, I know where it is.
Oh. he just kind of puts his hands back into his hoodie pockets, and just is like nodding, like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Because he got a 19.
Oh, this is a totally normal, reasonable explanation.
Totally.
Very normal. Very, very. I can't. Okay. I told myself I wouldn't make this joke. Very mindful. I did it. I had to. Sorry.
Jail for 1,000 years.
Breathe. I am so sorry.
Suddenly clips through the floor, never to be seen again as punishment.
I'm in the back rooms.
Into the back rooms where
Tell
you
my
live.
story. Anyway, so
A
Oh,
story
yeah,
of
that's great.
mindfulness.
I'm so sorry. We just started. Anyway, because I'm not, because the thought that I like from how the two were interacting, I thought that James was the only one who walked in. So the introduction that I feel like, unless it's not time currently, is just that I feel like Eggs just is like, oh wait, did you say we? And then he just suddenly sees Chip's glowing eyes in the door.
I mean, I can totally picture that happening because James did go ahead without anybody else. He just went.
Yeah.
Went for it. Kestrel also standing there, towering.
What is
Birds
that? What
peering into the doorway.
I have a meme I need to find.
Eggs like raises one hand in a
I
sort
think
of.
I know what it is.
What?
I just think I know what the meme they're gonna pull up is. Anyway, keep going.
Eggs holds up one hand in sort of a half wave and is like, "Wow, all this fuss for me, huh?"
Well, yeah, you're our friend.
Oh. You can roll insight.
I'm rolling insight. Oh shoot, that's a dirty 23.
Yeah, that's really good. Eggs is surprised to hear you call him your friend, and he feels a little bit bad about that.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm squinting at him. Not Chip, just me.
James just kind of firms up his smile and is just like, yeah. Those little jazz hands.
Oh, I see. Well, like I said, I'm fine down here. You guys can go back to what you were doing.
Nah, I have nothing else better to do.
And should I roll insight?
You can if you would like
Because
to,
I
and
am very
Kestrel too.
curious.
You've basically been sent down here to snoop on Eggs, so feel free to
Yeah.
snoop on Eggs.
14. Yeah.
Snoop on just snooping.
Pengu, do you want to roll
What are we rolling? I zoned out.
insight on Eggs?
Yeah.
Right. D20. Plus
5.
5.
I think Kestrel has also zoned out.
Mm-hmm. Kestrel, this is Eggs. He looks fine. He doesn't seem to be in any trouble.
Chip and Kestrel have swapped brain cells.
No.
Yeah, Chip.
The birds are in too close proximity.
Yeah, maybe it's just because Eggs feels guilty or something, but he seems to be trying to shoo you guys back out of the basement.
Chip usually would not be against that, but right now she's a little bit suspicious of that.
James is just kind of trying to dig his heels in, like, nut, hey!
Yeah. I feel like at this point she just steps in the room and shrugs, like, I don't really have anything else better to do.
Can we roll perception on what's in this room?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
That's an exclamation point. I should know better.
It is not an exclamation point, yeah.
There we go.
Remember,
Oh,
just
fuck
look at
yes!
the synonym. Slash.
That's just a slash, sorry.
Great roll.
11.
Ah, darn it, that's an 11.
And
I picture that James is a little too busy trying to not get pushed out by X.
Yeah. Chip perceives all.
I mean, he's not actually pushing anyone. He's just trying to conversationally nudge you. With 11 and 7, it's just a dark room with maybe some boxes in it. 21, it's a fairly small, dark storage room. The overhead lights aren't on. There's a bunch of boxes of different, like, character-branded PartyPlex supplies. Eggs was, like, poking through a box that seems to have been taken from near the back of the room. But, yeah, there's not a ton to see in here. It's not important.
Chip. I know that Chip's
Oh.
eyes do kind of glow, but since like as I thought of is like, oh god, I lost immediately my train of thought. So I know that Chip's eyes glow, but what I meant is like their eyes are a little bit dimmer than the prototypes, at least. So they're not as well. They're not flashlights, but so she would like to find the light switch, maybe.
Sure, I think with a 21, you know where the light switch is.
Yeah, no, she immediately turns the lights on.
Hmm. Now you're in a
everyone get
fully lit.
blinded.
What?
Everyone get blinded because lights
Close
come on
your eyes, I'm
suddenly.
sorry. I'm sorry,
Last
Kestrel.
thing.
Mhm. Yeah, now you are looking at a fully lit storeroom full of boxes of party supplies.
Actually, can Kestrel see in the dark? Hang on.
Kestrel
No.
can't.
Oh.
He does not have that ability.
Yeah. Sorry, Kestrel.
Mhm. Eggs
Everyone
is,
It's
close your eyes.
okay.
Eggs is just standing there, like, we don't all have to come into the storage room.
Our curiosity is piqued.
I mean, you can look around, but there's not really anything in here.
Well, I
Um,
mean, I guess, but he does a shrug.
Mm, I was
th-
just getting ready to leave
I
myself.
think Kestrel.
But
Oh,
if you
never
really want
mind.
to see if you really want to look through all of the paper plates and streamers and everything, go right ahead.
So, like, I had a question and now I forgot it. James, like, says
Kestrel
that
was
in
gonna ask what.
character.
Yeah.
Aw.
Aw.
What Eggs
He's
was
now
looking
just
for, and if they could maybe help him look, but then Eggs said he's about to leave, so.
James is just sitting here trying to do a think because he forgot what he was going to ask.
Aw.
There's like a little bit of blep as he's doing his think with like his hand on his
Aw.
chin, just really thinking really hard.
Eggs
We hear
very
hear the
gently.
gears grinding.
Eggs very gently pats his shoulder a couple of times, and then walks out of the storage room.
Oh, friend is leaving. He's gonna follow Eggs.
Chip is taking a deep breath and returning to the rest of the basement.
Oh.
Mhm.
She will not perceive. She will not perceive. It is fine. Everything's fine.
Poor baby. Yeah, Eggs sort of looks around.
Kestrel does not know what to do.
Eggs looks around and is like, "Really, guys, I'm fine. You guys can get back to whatever you were doing. I don't want to keep you just for my sake."
Eggs, seriously, I have nothing better to do. I'd just be going back to my apartment and like staring at the ceiling. Plus, like, security said that there was like blank spots down here. So, like, it doesn't really sit well with me for you to be out here by yourself with no backup, possibly. I don't know why, but that just gives me really bad vibes. I look at his backstory.
Does anyone want to roll insight on Eggs?
Yes, please.
Of course.
16.
That should be a plus.
7.
That should.
Ah,
It's a
Oh,
7
Cass
plus
kills-
6.
I'm so sorry I
Kestrel.
gave you guys my horrible luck with
Oh.
rolls.
Kestrel.
It's okay.
Mhm. Kestrel, this is Eggs. You get nothing more than that.
Eggs is an enigma.
7 plus 6 is 13. Okay.
Oh.
I keep like. Sorry, I keep like hitting the enter button without getting to the addition part.
You're just too
Okay.
excited.
Well, with the 13, I'll give you, as well as Chip, like, as you mention, oh, there are blank spots in the basement. He, like, seems to tune in a little more and change his focus. And he's like, blind spots on the cameras?
Pat.
I don't know. It's just weird. Like, if you're
That's what
gonna use
Harlequinette said. I'll just say they
Yeah.
said like blind spots on the cameras. So
I was trying to think because Chip does not use the cameras.
But yeah, it's like the cameras are blind or something.
Yeah, okay. So, little
That's
bit of
not exactly what blind spots means.
yeah, little bit of security terminology for you. That means there's parts of the basement that there are no cameras pointed at.
That
Okay.
sounds like a security
That's-
risk.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as
It
well.
definitely is.
So that's probably worth looking into. And 16 and 13, Chip and James can pick up on. Egg seems very worried about this. Maybe more worried than just some camera blind spots that Harlequinette mentioned offhand should warrant.
This is just fitting into James's. You're not gonna shake me, so
Chip is a tilting her head, and she will ask Eggs if he's okay.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, just good to know. Handy, can you figure out maybe where these blind spots are? 'Cause
Squinting.
that's probably something we should be looking into.
She is squinting.
And Handy's just like on it. And if James is close enough to see like maps flashing across Handy's screen.
James is just kind of cartoonishly like just going, "Ooh," as he's looking at Eggsy. This is one of his friends. His friends is doing something cool. Ooh.
Aww. Incredible. Handy is his friend? Eggs I can see, but man. Handy
Look,
mostly
he-
just has enemies.
How did he ever do that?
He doesn't remember his standards, okay?
I feel like Eggs and Handy are enough of a package deal that once you become friends with Eggs, you sort of just have to accept Handy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, Egg seems pretty tuned in on this and is now watching Handy look through maps if anyone else wants to.
Actually, now might be a good time. Since you say Eggs is basically distracted looking at the maps, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're back out in the
Ah.
main hall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, everyone who's not Eggs, want to roll perception? Or actually, no, give me your passive perceptions.
Oh god. 11.
Oh,
Okay,
what is
where
passive perception again? It's 10 plus our perception mod, right?
I think
I
so.
believe so, yeah.
I believe so.
Unless you have a feat
Okay.
which can raise
So,
it further.
yeah.
Mhm.
DMV has
Kestrel's
it
is
singled
11.
out.
Yeah, Chip is 11 as well.
11.
James is 16.
Kestrel's is 11, however, I believe he has a feat where he cannot be surprised as long as he's conscious.
If
Good
only
to
I
know.
had Dylan's sheet.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna say
I'm
all of
making
you
sure.
manage, but probably, it was
does
James
not
was
have
the
that.
highest, but all of you, I think, meet it.
He does not.
So James will probably just see more detail.
I think, okay, so Chip and Kestrel, you out of the corner of your eyes where you see, like, a darkness within the darkness moving. James, you catch enough of a glimpse that you see what looks like a silhouette of a figure within, like, a shadow of a figure on the wall ducked back around a corner.
Hey, someone's over there! And he's pointing at where the shadow moved.
X's head snaps up.
Hey, would you guys like to roll insight on Chip?
Sure.
Okay, that's a 13 for James.
23 from Eggs.
Oh,
7!
okay. So,
Kestrel!
I want to say everyone except for Kestrel gets this. She is shaking like a leaf.
No.
She does not like
Fuck.
this. She's scared.
Oh no. Everyone can roll insight on Eggs too if they want.
Yes, please.
Oh, dang it, that's a
No,
9.
that's slash again.
Just the slash. Another
There's just
9.
one.
I'm sorry, my keyboard is a little broken
Flash
no.
cameo.
because my computer is old.
Oh, that's a 1.
Not
Kestrel, are you okay?
Kestrel is just
Kestrel's-
vibing.
No!
It's just the fucking
Kestrel, what is with
SpongeBob
you
milk
today?
carton.
Kestrel doesn't want to be here.
I think he's going into this because he does perceive this as snooping on Eggs' snooping, and he doesn't want to reveal Eggs' secrets if he doesn't want them revealed because he has his own secrets that he doesn't want revealed. So maybe that's why he's mentally checked out right now.
He's been given a job he doesn't want to do.
So valid of him. Yeah. 2, 9. X has already started taking a few steps towards the direction that James has pointed. He seems pretty
James is following
determined.
eggs. But he does give, I feel like he does give Chip kind of a gentle ease of the shoulder, even though robot.
Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. She does also have the little sharp pads on her shoulders, so probably just the arm or something.
Like he just gently
Pat.
gives her a passing affection of we're still here, we're gonna protect you.
She does not like this
Aw.
place.
Friends.
Part of her is hoping that it's Glob.
Aw. Should Eggs roll a perception or investigation or anything? As he sort of runs across the room.
Yeah, so the shadow had ducked around a corner, so if you all want to give chase and go around that corner, you can roll perception again.
Woo!
In the interest of not being left alone, I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. Follow.
11.
14.
Okay, that's an 11.
We're all perceptioning.
We're all
Perceptioning.
perceiving. Come on, Kestrel, I believe in you.
Kestrel, we're all sending you like power to clock in. There's now actually a situation.
I believe in you.
It has to be perception. It can't be investigation because his investigation is
I
better.
guess. Wait, you can investigate if you want.
Okay.
Oh wait, can I investigate? Because that adds another 4.
Okay.
Yeah, you can roll investigation.
19.
Yeah.
The game's just getting started, so I'm okay with just having this be whatever you want to roll.
Okay, if it's investigation, then it would just be that would be a 14 from James instead of an 11.
And a
Chip's
dirty 20 from
investigation
Eggs.
is worse, so I will stick to the perception.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say all of you rolled very well for this. Uh, yeah, so you go around the corner, and there's sort of like it's like a corner that turns around another corner, and then there's sort of like it splits off into like two directions, and you all see like down one direction the shadow duck around the corner again.
James is just point.
Yeah, Eggs is running after it.
James is following.
Yeah, so will Chip.
You're all on the
This
shadow's
thing is definitely
tail.
This thing is definitely avoiding them by now, which is upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of are able to follow the shadow close enough that you see it kind of right on a wall, but it's very dark down here, so it's hard to make out any definite details of what the shadow is, but it's also hard to say whether or not it's actually connected to anybody that's just managing to keep out of your sight lines.
I mean,
Anybody got a flashlight?
also Eggs has dark vision, so
Yeah.
There's something odd then. Yeah, okay, then you guys can
Yeah.
see there's something a little bit weird about this shadow.
Chip has flashlight eyes, so.
Yeah. I need to remember, we got flashlight eyes, and dark vision.
Yeah.
James is
And
the
then
only
there's
one having
Kestrel.
one.
Yeah.
Kestrel has a flashlight. Unless it got stolen.
He has the employee flashlight. Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to take out his employee flashlight. I need to roll hammer space.
I just imagine every single light just combining, beaming directly. just,
Yeah, it's
just a full-on stoplight.
He
all this
pulls out
light
his employee flashlight.
on this shadow. You can tell it's not casting in a normal way. It's really more like, someone just took a disembodied shadow and slapped it on the wall, and it's just kind of trying to move away from you. It goes around another corner. And it really seems to just be trying to serpentine away from you.
Oh, this is one of the night terrors, isn't it?
Maybe?
Oh no.
I wonder.
Does it look like one of the night terrors?
And would you know what a night terror looks like?
I don't think Chip would.
I will say, just the general shape of the shadow. It seems like more like a kind of like amorphous blob, honestly.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Not like our
Kestrel.
beloved blob, but a
Ke-
blob, not a glob.
hmm
It's fine, it's just globbing, it's fine.
I will say Kestrel has seen night terror shadows twice now.
He
Can't remember
has.
if Eggs has
Oh.
seen them.
Does this ring a bell for him?
I will say that if you've seen the moving shadow of Hairwire before, so you do know that you've seen a mysterious shadow. This doesn't seem to be like the same shape, but it is a moving shadow.
Huh. He's going to stock that in his mind, but
So I'm gonna say, as you all run around this next corner, it kind of seems like maybe the shadow was like, sorry, words.
You're good. Take your
Struggle.
time.
hat.
You're all good.
So shadow ducks around corner. As you turn this corner, this is like you're getting into like a hall with some shelving on it. And as you run down it, would you all like to roll athletics or acrobatics?
Oh, I'm gonna be rolling acrobatics.
That's a 0 either way.
I'm going to roll athletics.
I'm going with
Kestrel's
acrobatics.
athletics is a +9.
11.
8.
It's his
Okay.
highest stat.
Okay, 10.
You can also do
Please roll
dexterity.
good, man.
Anything like that.
I have no
Oh, that's
modifier, and
plus
so far I've got the highest.
Oh wow, that 26.
Oh damn!
Okay, so
Woohoo!
Way to go,
Kestrel.
Kestrel!
Best stat.
You're just
He's buff.
you're buff.
Kestrel
You're
is
good.
carrying.
You run past those shelves, no problem. The rest of you, unfortunately, suddenly find yourselves being hit by boxes as a shelf
Oh, no.
falls.
This
Ow,
is exactly what you
ow.
were supposed to prevent.
Chip is getting flashbacks.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
You turn that corner, and they're pummeled by boxes. But you
Ow.
don't take any damage because, luckily, they're just like, foam daycare boxes.
I might have misjudged the reactions Chip would have in this game.
Kestrel get hit, or did he roll high enough to... what
Kestrel,
did he-
Kestrel, like, just zoomed past the shelf before it fell.
Yeah, if a 26 wasn't
Oh.
enough to dodge, we would.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one was
Yeah.
actually hurt because it's just foam cubes and the shelf itself didn't fall far enough. It sort of was a tall enough shelf that it kind of hit the other wall.
Kestrel
Yeah.
does stop because he's not going to leave you guys behind.
James is just gonna kind of shake his head like, ugh. That was not fun. Everybody okay?
Does James want to roll a perception on Chip?
Perception
Oh,
or
no.
insight?
Yes, insight, sorry, my bad.
Can
You're
Eggs
good.
roll as well?
Yes, yeah. I did not, I didn't even... I did not register how Chip would feel in this environment. Yeah, she's alive.
Oh.
I would hope so.
Oh, sweetie.
Trying very
Kestrel
hard to
reaching
calm
to help
down.
her up.
Okay, James's attention
Kestrel's
is
gonna
now
try and help
fully
her
on
out.
Chip and is trying to help her up and just going, hey, you're okay.
She is just just immediately gets away from the boxes as fast as possible and just kicks them away.
I think Eggs is like, this might be a good time for you two to turn back if there is someone here. That seems like security guard business. Me and Kestrel should be able to handle it.
Leave you guys alone?
It's fine, I'll manage. I'm fine.
Hi. Oh, Chip sweetie.
Somehow the monotonous robotic voice is just a tiny bit shaky.
Aww.
I
Eggs
feel
like
bad.
press.
I'm traumatizing this chicken more.
I didn't even mean. I didn't realize that. I forgot it was in a basement.
Alas. Eggs is like press F to doubt, but also like
Yeah.
glances back towards where Kestrel is and where the shadow was running, and like, we kind of have to. We okay. We should get going then. We don't want that thing to get away.
And it's safer to be in a group.
Need to go.
Maybe.
James is just like wants to open his mouth, but then closes it because he can't articulate why he has such a big belief on it's better to be in a group than it is to be alone.
Poor man.
Anyways, he's gonna kind of stick a little closer to Chip, just given the poor chicken a bit more emotional support.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Emotional support pizza boy.
Emotional
I
support.
didn't
pizza
think
boy.
the eggs would be particularly high, and then I realized that we're in the basement.
Eggs is
The
going.
unpredictability of Toonkind games.
Yep.
Usually it's surprise shenanigans, but today, surprise angst and the
Yeah.
trauma. Eggs is going to take the front position as they continue forward in the direction of the shadow.
So you've lost sight of the shadow itself, but the hallway you're in leads to a storage room. It's sort of, this is like where they store like, additional like attraction supplies and whatnot. Like there's some daycare stuff, maybe some deactivated staff bots and missed attraction decorations and such. The room itself doesn't hold much intrigue, but there is an open doorway towards the back wall leading to another storage room.
Still shining his light at that. I mean, I know there's also flashlight eyes, but
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you with like actual flashlights and not built-in flashlight eyes,
Yeah.
as you approach that room, you'll find that your lights are starting to flicker, as well as the lights
Oh.
in the room itself are flickering.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, and then you
Kestrel.
hear
Kestrel remembers when something like this has happened before.
Yeah, then you hear a faint giggling, and you see a shadowy silhouette of what might be a child run by for a split second.
Chip just looks at James and is like, that's probably fine, right?
Yeah. Yep. Totally fine.
Kestrel is going to pull out his Razor Blaster.
Shoot the child.
Shoot the child.
Eggs is like, I don't know how much good that's going to do you.
He just passes his flashlight to Eggs so he can hold his gun.
Eggs passes the flashlight to James.
Damn, he's about to shoot a kid.
James is now holding the flashlight.
Eggs doesn't
He
need
feels
it.
like this is like somehow counterproductive, but he can't figure out why it feels counterproductive to have the flashlight. But he has it now. He's kind of just trying to make sure that he can shine the light when it flickers back on.
Mhm.
Yippee!
Can eggs? So
So-
are all the lights out now, or?
The lights were flickered out. I feel like they've kind of like the flashlights have come back on, but they're still a little bit unsteady. You know,
Oh.
kind of like. Er,
I was
What
just
was
gonna
that?
say, oh boy.
Boy, yeah. So yeah, do you all choose to go into the room that you saw a creepy little shadow child run across?
The room is less nerve-wracking to be in than the basement hallways itself, so yes.
Well, they're in a storage
Not-
room now.
Yeah.
You're in a storage room, and this is so that you saw the child through the doorway into another room. You know, it's in my mind the basement is hallways and rooms within rooms within rooms. You could get
Labyrinthian.
real lost down there if you ain't careful.
Yeah.
Just a whole mess of things. Oh, does anyone want to roll insight on eggs
Yes.
for like the
Yep.
5th time?
I almost put a -1, but that's not right.
Okay, that's a 19.
17.
Oh wow.
I believe in you, Kestrel.
Kestrel, you can do it! You did so good avoiding boxes that wouldn't have hurt you. Come on.
I believe in you.
Five.
No!
Well, maybe he's a little preoccupied with the Razor Blaster and
Gun.
figuring it out, but Chip and James will notice that Eggs looks incredibly worried and is sort of like glancing at the room ahead, glancing back at everyone else, glancing at the room ahead, glancing back, and is like, listen, I don't really think it's a good idea for all of you to be here. It's probably time for you to turn back before anyone gets hurt.
Like hell, I'm turning back.
Yeah,
Kestrel's
She-
just
she
looking
is-
at
she
him
is-
like, dude.
Yeah, she's going to repeat her question from earlier of just, are you okay? Have you been sleeping well? Have you eaten anything? Are you alright?
Is she asking this to Eggs?
Yes.
Eggs is like, no, I'm fine. It's just, I
Extra
don't want to
doubt.
see, I don't want to see any of you guys get hurt down here, and yeah, writing off the 17 and 19, there's a specific reason he thinks you guys might get hurt down here that he is not sharing.
James is getting a little offended. He like puts his hand on his hip, and like that means one of the flashlight kind of jerks down to where his hip is, and he's just frowning at Eggs like, "Hey, I can handle myself. Now spill."
Yeah, Chip is like, is there something you're not telling us?
Kestrel is also
Maybe?
giving Eggs a look.
It's just
Eggs,
the two disappointed parent
Thanks.
stares.
if he was a toon, he would have cartoon sweat drop. He's like,
Yeah.
maybe there's some things.
Eggs.
Eggs, I told you already. We ain't gonna let you leave you alone. It's better to be, in a group.
I mean, maybe, but like, I know what I'm getting into more or less, and you guys don't, and
So then tell us.
uh, it's a really complicated situation.
Well, then give us like the lowdown. Like us not knowing isn't helping.
We're complicated individuals. I think we can handle a little bit more complication.
Okay,
Especially him, points to Kestrel.
What
uh,
does that mean?
so there,
He genuinely doesn't know.
She just gives him a smile.
So there might or might not be monsters down here that might or might not maybe have the Partyplex's best interest at heart.
Chip does not say this out loud, but she's just thinking, "Oh, I know."
So, like, there's an infestation down here.
That's not a great word to use. Maybe.
I don't know.
And like they might not want to hurt anyone. So, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here.
Well, more minds that's put to work will get the task done.
Well, I don't think they'd want to hurt anyone. Hypothetically, I mean,
Have you told anyone about this?
No, I was sort of hoping to just handle it on my own.
Why?
Eggs.
I just don't really want to get anyone else involved with this.
Chip is squinting, and she is going to force him to take a nap as soon as they're out of this.
Good luck.
We'll try and help Chip.
She will get
I'll
him
see.
some food, and she will get him some sleep.
Eggs cannot eat or sleep, so.
She doesn't know that yet.
Eggs just standing there nervously.
Look, we're here now, so let's help you figure it out, okay?
If I can't convince you to leave, I guess.
He kind of does a little snicker and rubs his nose. Yeah, no, you're not convincing to leave.
You can keep your secrets, but this is A, something that may harm you, and B, involves more than just you, since people live here.
And I mean, second time's the charm for me.
Kestrel just looks at her like, what?
She mostly means in regards to second time's the charm of getting hurt here. It's fine.
X is like,
Yeah, Kestrel still looks at her like, what?
X like,
Just waves her hand. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
X like, well, I hope you're right about second time's the charm. We should probably stay moving. And he will lead the way into the next room.
So you enter into the room that you saw, like the little shadow child thing cross by, and to your left there's an arched doorway that is the interior side of it, like the side of the room beyond it, is obscured by a curtain hanging in it.
Mm.
You can kind of see the curtain like gently like moving a little bit, and the there's it's a bit chilly in the basement with the air conditioning.
Well, that's ominous.
Well, I mean, better look at it than not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Chip can feel cold. Actually, wait, no, that was the thing in Help
Oh.
Wanted 2, if I remember.
Good for her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, Kestrel might go for the curtain because he has the gun.
James will kind of like shift in front of Chip just because he knows that Chip is scared.
Eggs
Yeah.
running after Kestrel, like
She appreciates that a lot.
Eggs running
So-
What was
after
that saying?
Kestrel, like I really don't think that gun's going to be much use.
Yeah, so you're all like conga line. A conga line of trying to protect each other as Kestrel enters
Yeah.
through the curtain.
Exo is terrifying.
Yeah, Kestrel's gonna keep his gun out because it's better than nothing. And also, did Egg say he thought they were ghosts or just creatures?
He said monsters, which was you can ask for clarification. Because monsters is
Yeah, I think-
incredibly
yeah.
vague.
Yeah.
Kestrel's just like, it's better than nothing.
I mean, I guess.
Kestrel is gonna go to the curtain
Yay!
with his gun.
And I assume the conga line follows.
Yep.
Eggs is
Yep.
right behind Kestrel.
Right, well, you know, throw open the curtain and you pass through and you find yourself in a security office.
Oh, hey!
Oh no.
Huh.
You know, as you all kind of wander in with your flashlights and whatnot, you can see that it's a little bit kind of neglected. It looks like, or well, neglected in the way that it doesn't look like it's being formally cleaned a lot, but it's not neglected in that no one's been down there. You can kind of see it's almost like someone's turned it into like a little hangout room. There's some fairy lights strung about and just random junk food.
Princess Quest is in the corner.
And you can see, you know, it has the typical security terminal that you could turn on and look through cameras, assumedly. Some of the monitors are cracked. One looks like maybe it was punched at some point.
So
Oh yeah, Kestrel's gonna turn that on.
Yeah, and as you approach the terminal, as you all enter and all get in within the room, both the security doors slam shut,
oh shit!
and the room
Oh,
is
no.
locked on mode.
Heck.
Of course.
Kestrel swears.
Normally she
Well,
would scoop
heck.
Kestrel.
Of course they've gotten the hang of technology by now. Great.
Yippee!
Monster. You said, are these monsters or people?
Yeah, I don't know at this point. It's like I said, it's a complicated situation.
Chip is just immediately
Looking
running
at
to
the cameras.
the door knob and trying to open it.
These are security doors, so they don't have doorknobs. They're like
They're
the
not?
little metal that like
Oh,
slams
okay,
down
so
and
it's like
locks
the,
in.
yeah, okay, so it's like the button doors.
Yeah, and you try and like hit the button, and you know, there's just
Horrible.
the clicking
Just-
sound of it not responding.
Oh god, it's like the jam, the button when they get jammed on FNAF
Yeah.
2
Guys, I
one,
think
yeah.
Locked in. Kestrel was
Guys, I
investigating.
think we're in FNAF.
Oh no,
Wreck.
we're in Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
We're at Freddy's.
Freddy Fazbear is gonna Jeff the kill us. Oh no.
So like, why is there a
Remember the
security
part in Freddy
station
Fazbear?
down here?
I mean, they're all over, so.
Yeah.
Remember
To
the
be
part
fair,
in
this
Five
one
Nights at
seems like
Freddy's
it
where
hasn't
Freddy
gotten
said,
a
"I'm
lot
Five
of
Nights
use.
Freddy."
What did you say, Pengu?
I was. It's a bad joke. I was just gonna say, you remember You remember the part in Five Nights at Freddy's where Freddy said, "I'm Five Night Freddy," and then he Five Nights all over the place?
Oh, yeah,
Brilliant.
that was my favorite.
Beautiful. You also clip through the floor and go to the back rooms.
No! Hey, Pengu. Would you like to roast some marshmallows
What?
with me?
Oh, sure.
We're both in the back rooms together now.
Where'd you find marshmallows in the back rooms?
Don't worry about it.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. Okay, yes,
just have those in your
back to the game that's
Yeah,
happening.
sorry. I just wanted
Sorry,
to. Yeah,
MJ.
I just
No,
wanted to
I
say that
enjoy this banter. I just want to
Chip
not
is-
lose my train of thought
Yeah.
too long.
Chip is
Since,
trying.
this sort of like
Sorry, MJ.
you said that Kestrel was checking out the monitors, right? At some point, or at least the computer terminal.
The one that looked punched.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pengu.
Pengu, are you
Pengu?
there? Did going
What?
to the back
Speak to us.
Did going to the back rooms wipe your memories?
Oh no!
Hello? Am I audible?
Oh,
Yes.
there you
You're
are.
back.
Oh my
You're
goodness!
back. I sent you to the back rooms for real. I'm so sorry.
The spaghetti monster almost got them.
I'm okay. I just said yes. He's looking at the cameras.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was gonna say that you find like okay, so the computer is set up in there. You can turn them on, but a lot of the systems on them are disabled. There's like a few cameras that you can kind of click through, but they're all like the worst quality ever. Like some like have cracked lenses, other are just statics, and some have like a little like security notification pop up and say that access has been denied.
Oh boy. Can Eggs look
Kestrel
over
audi-
Kestrel's shoulder at
Kestrel
this?
audibly grimaces.
Yes, and as you
Yeah,
all do
'cause-
that, I would also just like to say that, you know, you have to find a way out of this room. I've escaped from you.
Oh no.
So you can either like unlock the
Yes.
doors by hacking or overriding them or something, or you can make thieves' tool checks or use, equipment, magic, whatever you got. You just gotta get those doors open if you want to progress.
Yeah, Chip is currently she's not exactly. I don't know. She's trying to not punch the doors in because she really wants to get out now.
Kestrel has proficiency with thieves' tools. So after seeing that the cameras have done nothing for him, he is gonna try and take out his thieves' tools and go to those doors.
X is
Yes.
gonna take over looking at the cameras to try and pinpoint what areas are blind spots and have Handy mark those on the map.
I'll give that to Eggs as just to give me. Kestrel. You're gonna roll thieves' tools.
I don't remember how to roll tools. I don't remember
That's
how
a-
to roll for tools.
Good question. I think you do like or a 20 plus whatever your proficiency is in those tools.
Like your proficiency bonus.
Yeah. I think thieves'
like
tools
it's-
is sort of related to like sleight of hand as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
sleight
It
of
looks
hand.
like roll d20, add dex modifier, and add proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so so +6. Wait. No, just +3 because only his dex save is a +3. So just d20 +3 then.
Oh boy.
20 plus 3. Please. 10.
I will say it's sort of like you managed to like pop the
Uh-huh.
little like panel off the door's like button area, and you kind of fiddle around with wires, but you're having trouble figuring out how to make the door open.
He's not very technologically minded,
X
so
has,
that makes sense.
X has Tinker's tools. Could those work for trying to
Well, yeah,
hack the
you
door
could
open?
try. You could also try like hacking through the computer terminal if you have high intelligence. Just try. Eventually, it'll work out.
I feel like Eggs is going to be like, hey, Handy, can you try getting these drawers open? And then while Handy's working on that, going to try fiddling with the door physically. Which is also only a +3.
Oh.
Well.
Well, you don't need to worry about failing. That's a 19. Yeah, so
Nice.
Kestrel managed to, get things set up for your tinker tools. To kind of go in and cross this wire, cut that wire, rearrange this, rearrange that, and then presto, the door opens.
Kestrel watches closely, trying to remember this in case it might be helpful later. he tries to observe. But Eggs has watched.
Do you want to roll insight as you are watching Eggs do this?
Yes.
It's a nat 1.
Nat
You get
1!
nothing.
Kestrel.
Poor
I just want to
Kestrel.
throw
He's just
Kestrel
like,
a bone of advantage just because he's being so
So studious.
so rolling.
Yeah. Roll it again.
Oh. Okay. Okay. +1.
8. Well, it's not a high check.
8.
Eggs has like the faintest clue of what he's doing. He's not certain of any of this.
Well, that's more sir than Kestrel was. That's more of a clue than Kestrel had.
And hey, he gets the door open, so.
Hey.
Victory, even if it was a confused victory, it was still victory.
Kestrel gives Eggs one of those solid pats on the shoulder. Like, good job.
I feel like as you pat Eggs, he like gets the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
Kestrel doesn't notice because he rolled a nat 1 and an 8.
I'm starting to think Kestrel is distracted for reasons other than just disinterest. Are you thinking about your boyfriend, Kestrel?
No.
Going on a date tonight?
No. I mean, maybe he's already gone. Dang it.
He's thinking about his partners, his kids.
Anyway.
Mission buddy, Kestrel.
Egg stands back up and is like, okay. So that was worrying. Yeah, we better keep going. Everyone's still doing okay?
James gives a thumbs up from where he's still kind of standing protectively around by Chip.
Yeah, Chip is a lot more obviously shaking now, but she just slowly raises a thumbs up, like, yep, everything's fine.
Kestrel just nods. Kestrel looks the most okay. Well, Kestrel. Oh, poor Chip.
Out of the
just
two
here.
birds. The duality of man.
I feel like
Bird.
Eggs seeing Chip shaking like that is like, it's gonna be fine. They're probably not going to try to hurt you. Just maybe scare you. I don't know if
Top
that's
10
better
most
or worse.
reassuring things.
They're probably not going to hurt you.
He makes no promises, but probably not.
Chip wishes that was reassuring.
Oh, buddy.
Did that make it worse? Sorry. Let's just keep going.
Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Yeah. So, as you'll exit the security office, you're getting closer to, and you might know this because of the cameras and maps and whatnot. You're getting closer to the endo part of the basement where they store like a lot of spare parts and endoskeletons themselves. Exiting the office, would you like to roll like investigation, perception, or perception as you proceed?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
God damn it.
No.
Modifier
Woohoo!
cannot save from the bad rolls.
My modifier finally came in. I got a
18.
26.
20. You have a +9?
Yay!
Whoa.
The investigation.
Girl, Lex
Nice.
only has a +8.
This was investigation?
Or
Or
perception.
perception?
Oh, okay.
Like whichever one was better.
Yeah.
9.
Because if it was
So,
investigation, then it would be 16, but it's 18 because I use perception.
Okay. So perception from Chip and investigation from everyone else.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So yeah, you start heading forwards, and as you do, I want to say pretty much everyone but Kestrel kind of catches the glimpse of there's like in the halls there's like shelves and whatnot, and there's also like a little alcove to the side. And normally that wouldn't be maybe too notable, but you can kind of hear like a little sound coming from it, like a little sound of music. And as you get closer to the alcove, you'll find that there's a folding chair within the alcove, a newspaper that has been dropped on the floor and has had its paper scattered, and a Walkman with a cassette playing a very quiet country song.
Well, looks like we
What is
in-
Kestrel? Kestrel perceives nothing.
looks
Kestrel
like
just sees a room, and
we
there's
interrupted
nothing else
Jan.
to it.
Mhm.
Looks like we interrupted
Sure is
jamming
4
time.
walls and a door.
Interrupted what?
Jamming time.
Mm. Looks like
Now I'm kind of starting to feel bad that we're like interrupting somebody's like hangout session.
I mean, don't feel
Just because
too
they
bad
listen to
about
music
it.
does not mean we have to feel bad.
James
Kestrel
just kind of
also
doing a
doesn't feel
shrug.
bad.
I'm not sure how Chip would exactly feel in this room, but it looks a lot like, I don't know, it feels a little bit less like usual basement, so
Mhm. Someone was chilling here.
yeah, maybe just tiny bit better, but it is very off-putting with the singular chair in the middle of the room and papers strewn about.
Well, I think it's in like an alcove off to the side, right?
Yeah, it's not like
Oh.
dead center of the room.
Oh,
It's
okay,
more
yeah,
like you're
that's what
going
I
through
was
the hall
imagining.
and there's a little like storage alcove that someone has decided to instead use as a jam and
Just like a
alcove.
swivel office chair. One of the night terrorists turns around as soon as they all walk in.
Gifting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, petting a white cat.
Petting
Princess,
Trick
what
Stitch.
are you doing in here?
Petting trick.
Mhm.
I was about to make, I was gonna make the joke about Princess somehow getting into PartyPlex.
Well,
Anyone can roll
Anyway, there's a
insight
free
on eggs
Walkman
if you want.
it.
Oh, you rolled so much insight on this poor man.
Mhm.
He's being so perceived right now. That's a new one. I almost wrote exclamation point slash.
Now I'm just picturing everyone like looking at the lawn chair and then turning in unison to look
I
at
know,
eggs.
yeah, every single time they enter a new room, they just turn and look at eggs in unison.
I mean, Egg seems to have some idea what's going on, so it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Chip the only one rolling?
Okay, I
or...
thought my internet cut out for a second because
Yeah.
everyone was quiet.
I was like, is everyone still here?
It's like waiting for everyone to roll.
Mhm.
For a hot second.
I think James is not gonna roll this one, just because he's like
Kessel's gonna roll.
thinking.
15.
Yeah. 13 and 15. I think are both good enough to get that, like, Egg sees this and internally is like, yes, this makes sense. This means something. He's not elaborating, but, like, this seems in line with what he was expecting, perhaps.
You all should just drink a glass of
Astral
water
point.
every time Chip squints at eggs. I also
Kestel
don't
also
understand why
pointedly
until
tilts his
now.
head at him.
I don't know why it crossed my mind until now that both Chip and eggs have names that are food.
Food buddies.
But anyway, now Chip is squinting at eggs once again.
Eggs being stared at by both
Eggs
Kestrel
get
and
get
Chip.
looked
It's
at.
just like, I told you guys it's a very complicated situation. I don't have time to go through all the details right now.
The birds are watching you.
Yeah, this is a good sign that they're down here.
So we all know monsters love top 10 classic country hits.
Well, not all monsters, but the ones Eggs is thinking of.
Hester just does like the deep inhale and he's just like, I understand not being able to explain, but there will be questions later.
Yeah, I'm sure that's kind of why I didn't want
He says that
anyone
like it's a
coming along.
people live here. You have to tell people if there's monsters in the basement.
I mean, to be fair, the monsters have also been living here for a while with no issue, it seems, so...
How long?
I'm not sure exactly.
Hester's just thinking, Nova?
I can make a
So in the
guess.
chat, are the monsters OSHA compliant though? Is it in the manual? I mean, Harlequinette is very OSHA compliant, I think.
I don't think PartyPlex is.
Harlequinette has a heart. I don't think that's our OSHA compliant.
Every
has a
human
heart.
worker has a heart. It damn well better be OSHA compliant to have a heart inside your body, or else we're in
Well,
trouble.
fucked up OSHA
Not
has
allowed,
like no hearts
not allowed to have
allowed.
organs. Not allowed to have organs.
Then eggs is, well,
Those are forbidden.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel, yeah. I'm just gonna look over at FNAF 6.
Anyway,
We have internal procedures for that.
probably at least a couple
There's a
years.
surgeon for that.
And no one noticed until now, so they're, yeah, they're probably, not causing too many problems.
So something else is.
Things
I
living
don't
in the
know.
basement. You still need to tell people that there's things living in their basement.
I mean, I'm telling you now. I didn't find out that long ago myself.
Kestrel just looks at him because he was planning to keep it secret, but
Mm-hmm.
clearly he was planning to keep it secret.
He sure was.
Good old Eggs and his
So
10
Kestrel
million
just gives him a
secrets.
look.
Again, Kestrel understands keeping secrets, and he is fine with Eggs having his secrets. He has his own secrets. But when those secrets will either cause you harm or directly involve other people, that's when it gets to be a problem.
Yeah.
So hey, just wanted to point out we're an hour and a half in. Do we want to take
Yeah.
a break?
I was gonna ask that, yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes, please.
Yeah, it's
Okie
probably a
dokie
good
then,
time for a break.
Break time. Pausing recording, and we're back.
Yes.
Yippee!
Back in the PartyPlex basement.
A yawn.
Yes.
I wiggle. This
Welcome
is
back to Dragon's LZ.
So yeah, Iggs is refusing to elaborate on the significance of the chair and music in relation to the monsters.
He knows what this means, but you don't need to know what this means. Don't worry about it.
Chip would like to know what this means.
Don't worry about it.
Birds want to know what this means.
Just put on those headphones and just jam out to some country tunes.
No. The Walkman.
Egg's like,
Yeah.
well, they're not here anymore, so we should probably just keep trying to find them. He is walking forward at a brisk pace before anyone can stop him.
Kestrel will also proceed alongside Eggs, still with his gun.
Yeah.
just picturing Kestrel crawling for the basement with a gun. In Kestrel's mind, there's like Doom music playing.
Finally, after all these years, Kestrel Tombs
Kestrel
has
has a
a gun.
Yeah.
Finally!
But yeah,
I don't know why I didn't give him a gun as like in the first place.
My top ship is
Anyway.
Kestrel X gun.
Move over, crew. You got
Oh
some
my goodness.
competition.
No, he doesn't want to kiss the gun.
Smooch it, and you get to roll advantage.
Huh?
I'm joking that if you smooched
What are we
it, you would get to roll advantage on any attacks, but that's a joke.
No. You gotta break the fourth wall and communicate that to him directly, because I can't make him do that.
No, it's a joke. It wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it would be a funny trick to pull on someone. As you go forwards into the basement, I think I mentioned this before our break. You're nearing the the very maze-like Indo storage section. One can only assume it became so labyrinthian because of security reasons. Who knows? There's like I don't know whether to describe them as moving walls or sort of like garage doors or something, but if you all are familiar with the Indo section of Security Breach, there's like those moving wall bits of like the pictures that you can shuffle around.
Yes.
And one would wish they had labeled the pathways more in here. But you're not so lucky, so you're just
one
kind of
would think.
pushing onwards blindly. And as you do go forwards, would anyone like to roll perception?
Yeah, give me a
I
minute. I
would.
have a
Yeah.
camera up.
Can we roll investigation or perception only?
Party.
Perception only, I'm gonna say.
Alright. I still got pretty good.
Poor Kestrel.
11.
Nice. Go, James.
Someone rolled in chat.
Ah, gosh dang it! I thought I'd gotten the slash to roll. My bad.
Still
You're
pretty
okay.
good.
We can use that number. I don't care too much.
Woo! A good
It's
roll
a
for
21.
Kestrel, finally.
So we got a 23, 11, 20, and 21. So really, everyone's doing great.
Yeah.
Except the 11.
Except Chip.
Yeah.
Chip,
Understandably.
My bad luck
rest
is
of you-
catching up to me.
Oh,
yeah.
Chip is also in the struggle bus.
There's a lot of struggle going on this fine evening. Yeah, so I'm gonna do what Chip hears first. Let me do real quick. Look over my notes.
The sacred texts.
Sacred text. So
The sacred text.
Chip and the rest of you can hear what sounds sort of like a distant crash. But the rest of you who rolled, 20 and above, you can kind of make out like it sounds like it's coming more from upstairs, and like it's hard to determine exactly what it was, but yeah, it came out from upstairs, and it sort of sounded like something colliding with something and then collapsing, like a big like.
Well, that's
Weird.
concerning.
Wonderful sound effect.
Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Chip shakes her head.
Oh, great. That's probably something to be concerned about then.
It's probably fine.
Kestrel is still walking, pointing his gun.
Yep. So, keep going, and you can also hear, like, far closer now, another noise. It sort of sounds like something else crashing.
Doesn't sound good.
Aw.
And I will reiterate that this crash is not coming from upstairs. It sounds like it's coming from up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Angst is going to try to get in front of Kestrel. In a sort of shield him with my body way.
James is doing that with Chip.
Kestrel just gives him a look. Hey, hold on. Eggs, who is a twig, and Kestrel, who is buff. Kestrel just looks at him like, what are you trying, what do you mean to accomplish?
Honestly, it is a hilarious mental image. Kestrel is both buffer than Eggs and has a gun.
And is taller too, I think. Just by a little bit.
And is taller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kestrel is just looking at Eggs like, what are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah.
X looks back like, I don't know. I think Handy will chime in at this point and say, just let him get got.
Kestrel just sighs.
If he's so insistent on going first.
He's going to walk alongside Eggs. He's going to walk alongside Eggs.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to acknowledge Handy.
As you go, would you like to roll investigation, or I'll allow perception as you go forwards towards the sound of the crash?
Yes, absolutely. Nat 20.
Oh no, that was a nat 1.
The duality of Dice Parser.
Did my internet die, or did it just
No,
get
I'm just waiting for Chip's roll, but is Chip rolling, or is Chip...
Oh, sorry, I was very distracted. What was the roll?
Investigation or perception to find the source of the crash you heard.
Sorry, my bad. I am very distracted by Trilate right now.
It's okay.
He got into a fight, so I'm just making sure he's okay.
Oh!
Yeah.
Nobody sees
Well-
shit except Eggs, who sees all.
He sees all.
Yeah, it's sort of like you're going up. The crash came from up ahead, and it's sort of, again, I describe this place as me as like it's like there's 3 different paths, and it's hard to tell. Well, most of you are having a hard time telling what direction the crash came from. Eggs is like locked the fuck on, and like turns his head, and you can see down a hallway with your dark vision eyes that a shelf has been tipped down that hallway. It's pretty much looks like it's blocked off that pathway, but you could probably get around it if you want to.
Mhm. Is there anything of note down the other pathways?
Well, nothing visually of note, but you swear you can hear like the sound of footsteps.
Would it ruin too much if he does not follow the sound of the crashing shelves?
Listen, you can either follow the footsteps or investigate that crash shelf direction.
I think what he's going to do is point towards the shelves and say, "So that's what made the crash." And then he's going to run off after the footsteps.
Hey!
Yeah, no, Chip is running after him.
Just,
James
like,
is
what do you think you're
following.
doing? Come on!
Kestrel.
Yeah. I can't tell if Eggs is trying to psych out the ghosts or whatever the fuck's going on, or the other players.
He's like, "I thought we could split up. Some of you could investigate the fallen shelves, and I could go this way."
Oh no, Eggs, don't you try to split the party.
First,
Sounds like a really stupid
first
idea.
of all, communicate that. First of all, communicate that. Do not run off.
Well, excuse me, I'm not used to working in a group for this kind of stuff.
Well, maybe you should start to learn that. I'm sorry, that sounded mean. That was all in character, by the way.
Oh.
Are you having this argument while on the move, or have you all stopped?
On the move.
Well, on the
On the
move,
move.
Eggs is going to continue moving towards these
Yeah,
footsteps.
okay. Excellent. Excellent. So, yeah,
Wow.
you're following close behind those footsteps. And want to roll an our perception, everyone?
Yep.
If you want Eggs to keep that 28, I might allow it.
I
But
mean,
the others-
if you'll let me, I can't beat it, so I'll keep it.
Whoa.
Whoa, nat 20 from James too.
That's
Wait, and just perception or investigation?
Just perception. I feel like this wouldn't be investigative enough. Okay. Chip and Kestrel are still on the struggle bus. James,
Yeah.
however, has locked in. And Eggs is still doing great. So, chasing after footsteps, you round a corner, and James and Eggs, you can see something kind of dark and tall duck around another corner, and you can hear maybe the jingling of bells.
Oh god.
James is very concerned. He doesn't like the sound of bells. That sounds ominous to his brain.
Eggs is going to continue chasing.
Yep. And as you round that corner, that whatever that was stuck behind, you can see, you two that rolled well can see and hear a vent cover on the ceiling, too far up to reach, slam back into place.
They're in the vents!
Also, equally concerning within this hall you've turned onto is a small storage room off to the side with it. Well, its door's been broken down. Right off the hinges.
Huh.
Well, this is a great
That's
turn
not
of
good.
This is a great turn of events.
Vince.
Oh. Wow. Back rooms. Go to the back rooms.
Oh my
Goodbye, everyone.
That wasn't intentional. But I'll go to the back room, sure.
One of you go to the back
I think I deserve to go to the back rooms. I'm the one who sensed the pun.
It's okay, we got marshmallows.
room.
Marshmallows.
But yes, just to reiterate, vent slam closed on ceiling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To the side, door that has been broken down.
Can we look
and
at the door that has been broken down?
want to roll investigation on that? And just to cover Kestrel and Chip, you guys didn't see the vent. I think the door is obvious enough that you can notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there come the bad rolls. 10.
And that sure is a door that's been broken down. It looks like the bit that would have been, like, it's been hit out to where it's like whatever had been in that room had pushed it outwards, and the interior of the door is like covered in scratch marks.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Does anyone else want to look at
Horrifying.
the door and possibly find more?
James will look at the door because that is
Yes.
concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Can I argue for investigation?
Yeah, this is, I feel like, more investigative than perceptive, honestly. Unless you want to go into the room that the store was, connected to.
Okay, he got a 13.
13. Yeah, you pretty much see the same as Eggs. This door has been beat the hell up.
James is like, well, that's concerning.
Egg's like, yeah, it sure is. Anyone who wants to can roll insight on Eggs.
I would. Wait.
11 investigation.
That sure is a door again. Unless you all want to start rolling investigation for the room the door was attached to.
Oh.
Are we not? I assumed we were.
Oh,
The
everyone
Yeah.
kept saying the door,
That's-
so my brain went maybe a little bit too highly specific.
Yeah.
I was
But since
rolling
y'all were
insight.
rolling low anyway, I'll let you roll again for the room itself. You can either do investigation or perception for
She
that.
got a
one.
1 insight.
I was
Yeah.
rolling a 13 for insight on
Eggs.
eggs.
Yeah.
So, with
6 for Kestrel Insight not Kestrel Insight, for Eggs Insight as well.
6 and 2, you get nothing. 13. James can tell. Eggs has an idea what did this, and it's not a good thing.
He just kind of lightly nudges
Uh.
eggs and is just like, want to share with the class on what this is?
Monsters?
Could you
We know it's a
elaborate?
monster, but do you know what
Yes.
kind of like appearance the monster has? So we might have a better idea of what we're facing.
Not really, actually. I'm not really sure what they look like anymore. Probably
Anymore?
some blades.
So like, do they change?
A little bit.
Oh, that's fun.
So a shape-shifting monster.
That's very
Not really
That is very concerning.
shape-shifting. I'll know them if I see them, but I don't really know what they look like exactly.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a reason I came down here to handle this alone.
Chip glares at him.
James is also glaring.
I mean, do you guys
Kestrel
want
isn't
to
glaring,
meet?
but he's giving a look.
I mean, do you guys want to meet what was on the other side of this door?
I mean, I don't want to meet it, but also at the same time, I don't want you to get, like, squished.
It's a little late for that. It's fine.
Beg pardon.
What?
Don't.
Kestrel says that aloud this time.
I'm sorry. That was a horrible time because I had to check something. What did I miss?
Eggs let slip that he's
Eggs
gotten
said it's a
squished.
little late for.
No, I mean like what happened to eggs?
He
He
just
got
said,
squished in the past.
yeah, it's a little late to avoid getting
Squished.
yeah.
Oh, Chip can relate.
Well, not squished exactly, but
Yeah, what happened to eggs was not exactly what I would describe as squishing.
no, it's not
Yeah,
squishing,
okay,
but
yeah. If that is how he described it, though, Chip is. Can robots actually fluff up? That is a good question.
it's a Chip's also a tune, so I think it's up
Oh,
to
yeah.
you.
just a tiny bit. Just
Chip
a little
deserves
bit.
to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
She deserves it.
fluffing up, stressing out.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
That is very worrying. That is a worrying statement.
Yeah, well, it's I keep coming back to it's a very complicated situation. You're most likely going to be fine, except maybe for this one. Anyway, Eggs looks into the room to avoid having to face everyone.
Yeah. So inside the
I repeat,
room,
there will be questions later.
12.
that 12. Well,
What's
the
in...
the abuse.
Oh, perceptions now.
Or
Yeah,
investigation.
perception or investigation. Basically, whatever you want to roll to have your character look within the room.
I like the idea of
Investigation is
Eggs
better.
just sort of like
24.
goes to open the door and it falls over and the room is open for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Kestrel got a 24 investigation.
Way to go, Kestrel.
Woo! Competency restored. Is Chip gonna roll or
I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry.
you're good? You got
Charlie keeps being cute.
a creature with you.
I have the
Creatures
little
can be
man.
very distracting.
Yeah, you hear that, Charlie?
Creatures
It's very distracting. He just looked up at me and then went back to bed.
Aww.
Okay. What are we rolling?
Investigation or perception?
Okay. 15. Finally.
Decent. Yeah. So starting with the 12 and 13. Well, okay, so the inside of this room has seemingly undergone similar abuse to the interior of the door, with there being a lot of like claw marks and scratches covering the walls and floor, and a few managed to reach up to the ceiling. It's kind of a low ceiling, so not exactly the most impressive thing, but also gives you an idea that this thing has to be at least 6 feet tall. Yeah. The ground.
Concerning.
That's where things start getting interesting, is that it's covered in carved wood blocks, like the little alphabet blocks that would be in a nursery.
Yeah.
But they've been kind of carved into, and they look reminiscent of a dog's chew toy, frankly. There's some sawdust sort of scattered around, and what was it? Kestrel, with your roll of 24, you can see that the sawdust kind of goes in a trail back out of the room into the hallway.
He's going to follow that trail.
Excellent.
Eggs
Oh wait,
will-
it went over to the hallway. I'm sorry. My
Gotta
hearing
backtrack.
comprehension.
Back out into the hall, and you can follow the sawdust trail. It kind of just goes.
Follow it right
further
now,
into
but he's
the-
made a note of it.
Okay, you're not following it at the moment.
He's just making a note of it, and then he'll point it out in a sec.
I mean, the sawdust is maybe the most
Yeah.
pertinent thing now, since other than the wood blocks
Yeah.
and the scratch marks, there's not a lot in this room. It kind of looks like it should have been a storage closet at some point, but everything was cleared out to make it this weird little anger room.
Does the sawdust lead to a different area?
Yeah, the sawdust
Oh,
kind of
okay.
trails into the hallway, and you can follow it a little
Yeah,
bit.
Chip does want to follow, but she doesn't really
Yeah.
want to split up.
Right now, unless Kestrel points it out,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the one who saw it with his 24.
Yeah, Kestrel points it out.
Yeah,
Just
my bad. I thought he did it before.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, no.
It's okay.
After it is pointed out, she just she's curious, but she doesn't want to split up if anyone ends up staying here. But I don't
Yeah.
think there's anywhere else to go.
understandable.
As soon as Kestrel points it out, Eggs is going to start following it at a brisk pace.
I don't know why. I'm imagining like them doing like the detective bins, like also like half bent over following the trail.
Yeah. Flashlight shining on the sawdust because he doesn't have a magnifying glass.
It's sort of the trail is very erratic in how it moves. It's sort of like you can almost see like where it gets close to a wall. If you look upwards, you can kind of see maybe some scuff marks where it, like whatever was leaving this trail kept ramming into walls.
It's a beaver, isn't it?
Yes, there's a
only.
rogue beaver in the party.
All right, pack it up. Case
Wow.
closed.
Case closed, giant beavers. The source of all Eggs trauma. But yeah, you know,
Scary beavers.
very scary beavers. I'm just imagining the Chippers and Sons.
Yeah. Spike and Sons, was it? Actually, I think Tyke was Chipper's kid. Never mind.
Okay, sorry, I had to recover from beavers.
You're fine.
But yeah, okay, Sawdust Trail. Erratically veering. Kind of starts trailing off, like, it was not an infinite supply of sawdust coming out of this thing, but rather sawdust stuck upon the thing. And it starts trailing off kind of, it looks like, maybe in the direction of a staircase?
Interesting.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's very bad. You hate
Why
to
is
see
it
that.
Gone up.
If it has, that's bad. Ugh.
And I just blink at you innocently and remind y'all that you heard a crash coming from upstairs earlier in the night.
Oh no.
Can Eggs start climbing the
That
stairs?
isn't that.
Oh, you're gonna take a step towards the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
You remember those moving walls I mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, suddenly you all start hearing a grinding noise the moment you take another step towards that staircase. And the wall panels begin to
That's
shift and
repulsive.
move. Some
Yeah,
of
I
them
was gonna-
behind you
yeah.
open up, and the one that would have led towards the stairs starts closing down.
Chip, Chip is just grabbing Eggs and pulling him back.
Aww.
Yeah, so is Kestrel.
Yeah. The birds.
And as that wall kind of shifts down to block your pathway, you can see this one was one of the ones that had like nice little Indo paintings on it for the Indo to signify that this area is the Indo section. Little an Indo having a good time with a check mark, but it's been graffitied over. Instead of Indo serving a child cake, it's an Indo with some scribbled on bunny ears trying to shove a cake in its mouth.
That's funny.
Hey, who wants to roll insight on Eggs?
I would.
Me.
19. Hey. Okay.
Very nice.
Are you okay, my good
Oh,
soul?
also a 19.
Also 19.
Damn.
So 14 is the lowest, James. Maybe because you were a little bit further back from Eggs and weren't helping pull him away. Eggs seems real mad.
Oh.
And with 19s, yeah, you can tell Eggs is mad. Not at you guys for saving him from being crushed from moving wall, but at the graffiti, and he's kind of muttering under his breath very, very quietly as he sees it.
It wants to hear so bad.
His voice is so quiet to
Kestrel just
begin
kind of
with.
tilts his head at him a little.
It's just it just progressively gets quieter.
Mhm.
Just imagine like everyone with like a hand up to their ear leaning towards eggs to try and hear the grumbles.
And it's just like
As soon as he turns his head around, everyone starts whistling.
Kestrel doesn't. Kestrel's still gonna look at him and just be like, what? Kestrel might even ask, like, what was that?
It's nothing. It's nothing. Let's find another way out of here. I don't think we're going to find them down here tonight.
Well, you are all now
Eggs
trapped
gets
in the
looked
middle.
at.
You're all now trapped in the middle of a shuffled around basement, so I'm gonna say this is time to roll survival to see if you can try and navigate your way out of here. It's like the pathways you came in through are now shut off, the stairway is shut off, but some new halls have opened up to you.
Oh, nice. That's a
Ooh.
dirty 22.
Very nice.
Nice. Kestrel, please
forgetting,
don't.
is it
16.
perception?
That's not bad.
Is it
Survival.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was not paying attention yet again, but thankfully that does not change. 17.
You're all doing pretty good, honestly.
Yay! My luck is changing.
So yeah, with that survival, I'm gonna say that you all, despite only having a vague sense of where you are in space-time at the moment, are able to find like a path that gets you more towards a recognizable, well, I'm not sure how recognizable it would be to those that have never been in the Indo basement, but it's less of like one of the weird back areas and more of like an area that has some stuff going on. Like it looks like employees maybe tread through here more often.
Mm-hmm.
Not that often, it's very often, honestly.
Mhm.
But as you kind of navigate the hallways, uh, if you want to roll me like perceptions or investigations,
Yes.
Investigation. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Wow.
9.
That's an 18.
18, 20, 9, and
21.
21. Wow, everyone's doing good
21
except Chip.
investigation.
As per usual.
We love you, Chip. You're just having a little bit of a hard
She
time
is,
down
yeah,
here.
she is panicking quite a bit. It definitely has gotten worse with all of the spooky things happening now, so she's just trying to cope.
So, you know, some things,
Aw.
numerous things happen as you're navigating your way through the basement. Occasionally, you think you can hear like disembodied sounds, like voices that are inaudible, They seem to come from random directions, almost as if they're trying to throw you off track.
Don't like that.
Also, as you journey, see more graffiti. A lot of it seems to be food themed.
Chip is
You
fine
find
with
like a
this.
few more like knickknacks, like old newspapers, some books, some carved blocks. And most of all, let me just check what y'all rolled again. Well, there's two things you see as you come to a fork. You see some ominous fog rolling in from one direction, and in the other direction, you think you see a glimpse of light duck around a corner.
It's not good.
Don't like that.
I don't like that either.
X wants to head towards
Don't like
the
that one bit.
movement. Everyone else stuck at
Towards the movement they
stuck
go.
at the intersection like, oh, I don't like either of these options. Eggs just power walking on towards the flash of white.
Honestly.
Wanna see
Kestrel also
roll?
follows.
Since you're now in pursuit of something again, wanna roll athletics?
Yep.
Oh god.
Yes.
Okay, that could have been worse.
Kestrel's wonderful athletics.
Oof, that's an
Because he
11.
is buff.
Ooh.
Plus.
Whoa!
Kestrel,
Whoa!
Athletics or
20.
acrobatics? Or just athletics?
just athletics, since I feel like acrobatics is more for like dodging. This is more chasing.
Mhm.
Plus 2. 5. Oh my god, Chip.
Okay, well,
You're
Kestrel
supposed
is.
to be good at this kind of thing, Chip.
I'm gonna say that I imagine Kestrel must just start doing like a super sprint after this thing, passing everyone else, turning a corner sharply, and would you like to try and tackle the thing?
Of course.
Yes.
Roll strength then.
What do I roll? Heck yes. What is your strength, sir? Just straight strength. Strength. That's tongue twister.
And honestly, I will give you this with advantage since your athletics was so good.
Easy. His strength is a +3. +3. That's 13. Thank you for advantage. I appreciate that very much. I am grateful. D20 +3. Like for a
No!
Oh, 13.
Okay, luckily this was a low DC, so
Oh my god.
you're rushing so fast
Thank
you
goodness.
barely make out what you're tackling, but you do tackle something, and then find yourself flat on the floor, lying on a sheet that you have knocked down.
He just groans. Grabs the sheet, picks it up to show the others.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, the rest of you had managed as you turned the corner. The rest of you got to witness the beautiful sight of Kestrel tackling what looks like maybe a hovering blanket ghost out of the air.
Chip is just like, oh, you found a Halloween decoration.
Oh. Kestrel
He's
just
trying to be so
sighs,
nice.
and he looks a little.
Are you okay?
He just sighs.
I think Eggs.
Kestrel?
Yeah, Kestrel. He's asking Kestrel if Kestrel's okay.
Kestrel just goes, it's fine. he just sounds more annoyed than anything.
Mhm. I think Eggs just goes, they're fucking with us.
Yay.
For a second, I didn't
Wonderful.
pick up that was from Mira. I thought that was from I thought that was Handy's response, just the monotone. Yay!
Yeah, no, that was me.
Yeah.
Was it James?
The yay was me. I thought the yay was me. What
The
did
yay
I?
was everyone's
am I-
collective minds.
Is
I
my
did a
brain
yay.
breaking?
Who knows?
I'm.
We'll have to check
I'm
the
sorry.
transcripts after the recording.
I'm sorry.
I heard
It's okay.
someone go yay. I did not.
I heard Mira. I
assume.
didn't hear Pengu.
I mean, I believe Mira if you say it's you.
Anyway, we agree. They're fucking with us.
Yeah.
So yep. You chose to go the direction of the blanket ghost and you only have a white sheet. But technically there's nothing stopping you from backtracking back towards that fog.
Well, do we want to go back to
Kestrel
the
is going to
spooky
walk
fog?
back towards the fog.
Oh, okay. We're going back towards the
That's-
spooky fog. Okay.
Might as well.
He's walking back grumpily.
Oh, does he still have like the blanket in hands or has he dropped it?
He's still got the blanket because that's funny.
Wait, you never actually said if you were okay or not. Wait!
I said I'm okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
Only his dignity has been damaged.
Sorry, Kestrel.
He's fine.
We love you, Kestrel.
He's fine.
Yeah, as you guys backtrack
He's
towards
just
the fog,
tired.
you can kind of vaguely hear what sounds like some thump thumps and some light jingles from the vents above you.
James is squinting
Kestrel
at the
glares
vents.
at it.
Eggs is glaring up at the vent.
Yeah. You see, like, just the fog makes it hard to see, even though you have lights and whatnot. You can kind of see, like, you're entering into, like, a main room. And though the map is kind of busted on your red swatch, you would be able to tell that you're basically at the heart of the endo storage. This is the main endo storage chamber, and it is covered by fog coming from some unknown source. So, you know, you can roll
I assume
perception,
the flashlights
investigation.
don't illuminate it.
Yeah, you're just illuminating fog.
Oh.
You can either enjoy fog in the dark or enjoy some illuminated fog, but this is too thick, like a pea soup of fog.
Yeah, pointing light at fog typically makes it harder to see through.
I am going to do a
Oh.
bit for a second. Give me 1 second.
The sentence of the day is perception or investigation.
Whichever.
I've said it a
7.
lot.
James is gonna pull out like a little pocket knife from his hammer space and then just cut a circle through the fog and pokes the circle because it's so thick.
The air is so thick you can cut it with a knife.
Yeah,
Exactly.
What did you say? I said.
Yeah, you know what? Rule of funny, I'm gonna say you managed to slice out like a little round circle of fog. There's still more fog behind it, but you now have like a little disc of fog to enjoy. Munch on it, I guess.
I'll save
whatever
this
you
for
do.
later.
You just read my intrusive
Don't
thought
eat
of
the
James.
fog.
James is eating the fog. He took a bite out of it.
Fog.
Don't eat
Oh
the
no.
Eggs is
Oh, no,
side-eyeing
he's
Kestrel
gonna
him.
looks at
shrink.
him appalled.
Mhm.
Kestrel
What?
also looks appalled.
What? It's just cloud.
Don't eat that.
He's gonna shrink now like an Alice in Wonderland.
Don't eat that.
Oh wait, no, that's the drink. That he would be growing.
What happens when you eat a cloud or fog?
Are you
You
sure?
just absorb some mist and like condensed rain water.
It's literally just
Yummy.
water, guys.
Hydration.
Are you absolutely certain of that? And I will remind you, we have been chasing monsters that are fucking with us through the basement this whole time. But you're sure that's just water?
Oh yeah, no, I've tasted way worse than this. I'm pretty sure.
Chip gives him a high five.
He high fives back.
Kestrel still looks appalled.
Trash buddies.
At any other time, that would be concerning.
Oh.
But
Eh. I feel like I've had worse, so I'm fine.
James has drank
that's all
rainwater
good.
confirmed.
I look at his backstory.
Oh no! Oh
I
no!
feel like everyone has at some point.
You know, if you're training, you can just open your mouth and get that sweet, sweet hydration.
I definitely did as a kid when I was bored and trying to help with the animals.
I ate snow once.
Yeah, me too. I still eat snow, come on.
It was pretty good.
I
I
make
look
snow
at
cream
James.
every year, come on.
I look at James. His hometown has so much worse fog than supernatural fog. I look
So
at
you
it.
would have eaten fog before.
What?
I
anyways,
giggle.
is James gonna roll an investigation or perception?
Yeah,
Wait,
he's
hold on,
gonna
I realized something
roll.
funny I can do. Can you take another bite of fog, please?
He will take another bite of fog.
Yeah, this time when you take a bite of fog, it kind of tastes like cotton candy.
What? What? Why is it sweet?
And
Chip
you
is
can maybe hear
now
some faint jingling in the vents again.
Chip is now very curious and extends her hand for the mist cotton candy cloud thing.
Stop eating the fog.
I realize I've probably done something a DM shouldn't do, and I've just further distracted my players from doing it.
Sorry.
But I had to do it. I
Yeah,
realized
but it's
I could do
funny.
it.
He hands over the like the round of fog and just is like it's off-putting when it's sweet. Ugh.
Takes a bite out of it while staring directly at Kestrel. And then looks down at it with it. This is really good.
Eggs looks so confused.
Well, now
Who
he's
fog
curious.
Can taste this way.
You know what? Now he's curious. He looks at the fog, almost contemplative.
She asks if Kestrel wants some fog.
Roll persuasion.
Ah, yes. What was it? Yes. Plus, yeah. 9. Okay, that's a nat 1.
Well, Kestrel roll a whiz save.
Kestrel still looks. Oh, yes. You're so right. What is your whiz save, sir? Sir, it's a +1. This is entirely possible. The 20.
I believe.
1.
Yes.
Please fail.
I think that
he looks at
fails.
her, and for a second he looks
Somehow.
for a second he looks repulsed. He still looks repulsed for a second, and then he just goes, and he just grumbles and reaches for it.
Somehow she succeeded with a nat 1.
Rule of funny, rules
How's it
all.
taste?
A +8 modifier will do that.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it
Isn't
now
it
tastes like
yeah.
cotton candy, so.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just. Okay, I did roll.
Mhm.
All right. I just wanted to double check that I had actually rolled before the rest of the shenanigans had happened. He got a 23 on investigation for this next section.
I need to
for him.
remember that Chip got a 20 as well.
Okay, yeah, actually, everyone reiterate what your perceptions and investigations were for this room.
18 investigation
Oh,
for
yeah.
eggs.
20 perception.
Okay, so basically, y'all guys can see, or well, you can't exactly see, but it's
Well-
really, if you look up a little bit, you can kind of figure out that maybe it's like the fog is coming from somewhere, like, sorry, words. This is what the distraction does to me.
You're good.
Mhm. We get there when we
Yeah.
get there. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So yeah, it's like it's a little bit hard to determine exactly where the fog is coming from, but just from the way it kind of flows in the room and how you saw it in the hall, you think it could be coming from the vents. So if you want a clear glimpse at this room, you could either magically dismiss the fog, or you could try and find its source.
I don't know if Chip actually has any spells that could do that.
James unfortunately has no magic.
Oh. X has counterspell, but that's a reaction to something being cast.
Yeah.
He could cast
Eggs
something
gonna
to try to...
spelled the cotton candy flavor.
Oh, poor Kestrel. He could cast something to destroy the vent where the fog seems to be coming from. If that might help.
Kestrel would shoot. Kestrel could shoot it if he'd noticed it.
I forgot that
It's
Chip
the-
was dancing ways.
You have a laser gun. I don't know how effective that is going to be.
I know, but it would be funny.
You fire
I
it
know,
at
but
the
it would
vent
be
cover
funny.
and it will bounce off the metal into your eyes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
horrible.
But yeah, so coming from one of the vents, you're pretty sure you can figure out which one, since it's sort of like this room has like, only so many vents. You could try and
Yeah.
get the vent open.
For a second, I was about to offer Shatter as something that Chip has, and then I realized that that one just plays a really loud sound, so that would just be unbearable for everyone.
Mhm.
It would be fun, like with the characters, like, no, I know the spell of Shatter. Here, I'll shatter this, and then just a loud noise.
I
plays.
know
It's like,
just
I
the
know
right
Shatter.
spell for the job, and then just an incredibly loud glass breaking sound effect plays.
So, does anyone have any ideas for taking care of the fog?
Well, I mean, we could maybe like block off the vents, but that also feels like it might be a hazard in of itself.
Yeah. I have magic. I could melt the vent open, maybe, and then whatever's inside making the fog would come down. That
Should I
seems
remind you
like-
that Kestrel has
maybe-
thieves' tools? And that event is not impenetrable?
It's on the ceiling, though, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't mention. I feel
Yeah,
like this one would be more towards like the wall than the
Oh.
ceiling proper.
Okay.
There's also some like stuff in this room, so I
Yeah.
say you could stack up to it or like do the shenanigans of standing on each other's shoulders.
Chip is mostly like tilting her head, like, wouldn't that make the fog worse if we just gave it more room to,
Well, initially, yeah, but then we could see what's causing it and take care of it.
we could try. Also, I just realized that I feel like Chip might be the only one it could fit through. Although I actually don't know how tall James is.
He's like, shoot,
Chip
how
tiny.
Yeah.
tall is James again? I need to look at his features.
Check the wiki.
Where are you?
James is taller than Eli, who's like 5'4".
I think he's 5'6".
That
Oh,
sounds
okay. So
right.
then, Chip and James are the same height then. Never mind.
On the wiki, he is 5'6".
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, this is fun.
I'm glad to hear that. It'll solve my puzzle.
Yeah. Although I feel like maybe if Chip was the one who called in, then it would be good because she also has the flashlight eyes.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta
So we
open
gotta
up the
go
vent
with that.
first.
Yeah.
I think we should go with Chip
Yeah.
scaling the vent.
Yeah, because I have no ideas for this section.
Well, we
And
gotta
I
get
also
the
have been
vent
very
open
quiet for a
first,
little
so
bit,
that's
so
Kestrel. So
yeah.
Yep. Someone's got to lift Kestrel up because he.
it's not gonna be eggs.
She has strong lady arms. It's okay. Chip can do it.
No.
Strong robot arms.
Strong robot.
Robot.
Should I roll something like strength?
Yeah, if you're lifting a person, that would be like strength.
Okay. Was 2. 12. Okay.
Pengu, do you think that's enough to lift Kestrel?
Maybe. That's oh.
He is
That's
a
like
bird.
oh.
They're known for their hollow, lightweight bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a muscular bird. I want
He
to say
is
that
a
probably
bird.
this
There's
makes
also
it. It's
the
like,
fact that there's also the fact that Chip is literally also like a robot and can
Yeah. I think it balances out, like the robotness plus the bird, but the muscle, it works out. It's like Chip maybe is struggling a little bit, like shaky
Yeah.
arms.
just a tiny bit. Although the
Yeah,
shakiness
so Kestrel
probably
just has
comes
to do
from the
it quick.
fear.
Poor Chip's shaking like a chihuahua this whole time.
She has
Aw.
been. She has been.
She's gonna rattle apart loose.
She will, honestly.
Oh. Chip, sweetie.
She will probably. I don't know if she would be more relaxed or more scared in the vents, but probably maybe slightly relaxed. Because she met friend here, and also vent is not basement.
So Kestrel should roll thieves' tools, right?
Yes.
Yes. Which
And
I
so, like,
remember
with
that
with
roll.
Finn,
That's
that
just a
you're
plus 3.
you're close enough to it now that through the fog you can kind of see that it's not like it's not a super robust vent. This one is more like, it has little like screws that you can get into and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Not one.
Well,
Ooh.
Oh no.
You hold up your screw to
yes,
start unscrewing it, and you drop the screwdriver. It falls into the fog, never to be seen again.
Oh no.
Oh.
he just goes, ah.
Can
Well,
eggs try it, maybe?
Yeah, eggs could get up there.
Yeah. Should I roll another strength?
Probably.
No, I'm gonna say that you're not going to get any weaker within the like minute that.
This is
Okay.
fair, but could she get stronger? She
Could she
probably
get-
doesn't need to be as strong to lift eggs.
Yeah.
Let's roll strength. If you do worse, then we'll ignore it. If you do better, then I don't know. You're super strong.
Okay.
That's worse.
Poor Chip's muscles have atrophied.
She's panicked.
Eggs is going to try to pry the vent open with tinker tools.
Thank
Hey,
you.
that's not bad.
I'm sorry, Kestrel. You were labeled cringe fail today.
No.
Dice bot doesn't like
He's doing his
Kestrel.
best.
He really is distracted thinking about his boyfriend.
These bitches gay. Good for them. Good for them.
Eggs
But yeah,
pulls...
you
Oops.
unscrew the vent cover, and with your dark vision, though there is like fog, still kind of hard to see, but you can kind of like also just legitimately just kind of hear the faint like of a fog machine.
Is it within reach?
I'm trying to probably just barely.
Can I shock and grasp it?
Yeah. You know what? I want you to roll. Hold on. I'm gonna look at what you can roll, just to see if you can reach it. Honestly, how about? I don't know if this exactly fits, but sleight of hand to see if you can stretch out just enough to get the tips of your fingers on it.
It's a +0. 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's one of those aggravating situations where it's like you can swear it's like just an inch away.
Oof.
Yeah, he like fumbles trying to reach it for a moment and then backs out of the vent and is like, okay, someone else is going to have to try and get that. It's a fog machine off to the left by just like a couple feet.
That's just like that idea just makes me think of Chip just punching the vent door open and then crawling in.
Well, the vent door is open now, so
Kestrel looks
get
at
on in
Chip,
there.
Okay.
who
So
is tiny.
yeah. So then she can crawl in.
Yeah, how does
If
she get
someone
up there,
if someone would like to carry her or something.
Kestrel, maybe you can finally shine.
Yeah. Although she is like a very massive, so
Others could give the
well,
help
not
action.
massive,
That's
but
fine. He's strong.
yeah.
He's strong. He's gonna
Yeah.
roll a strength. He's gonna pick up the chicken.
Pick up the chicken. 4.
Nat
Nat
1.
1.
That's a
Oh,
nat
no.
1.
Oh.
You lift up the chicken, your arms wobble for a second, and then you are crushed by the chicken as your strength gives out.
Oh, that
The dice
Oh,
are bullying
not good.
Kestrel today.
Chip just gets up, dusts herself off, and helps Kestrel up, and is like, maybe we could just pile some stuff up as like a ladder.
Yeah, can we find like some boxes for her to stand on or a ladder or
I
This
feel like
is
she
like
might crush the boxes.
the main indoor room. It's sort of like, I would say, a larger version of the one in Security Breach where you get like the security badge from. So there's like random like kind of foam daycare sort of stuff for like the endo testing, I guess.
yeah,
Kinda
big
grab and
foam
drag over.
cube.
Big
Not
foam cube,
the
maybe some
most sturdy,
foam
but
triangles.
Mhm.
You know, it will do. It will do.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that works.
That's fine. Kestrel's still on the floor because he's demoralized.
Kestrel.
She just helps him sit up, and then he stays there.
He's the saddest
Yeah.
guy, just in the fog, surrounded by the vague outlines of colorful cubes.
Egg's
Chip
looking
will-
down at him like, you good, Kestrel?
He just nods. He'll be fine. He knows
The
he'll be fine.
boyfriends
He
are-
just
yeah.
wants to sulk for a minute.
Boyfriends
He
are
just
on
wants
the
to
mind.
sulk for a minute.
I want to
You
be
just-
cruel to him slightly.
He just wants to think of Lightning
Oh,
McQueen
no,
Man
do
and
it.
Cake Man.
Yeah, as you're just sort of sitting there breathing in and out, the fog around you sort of becomes cotton candy flavored again.
I thought vapes weren't allowed at the PartyPlex.
Oh,
Oh my god. Anyway,
Anyway.
gonna crawl into the vent because I assume that we've already put the foam stuff by the vent door.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she crawls in and she's
Mhm.
gonna look for the fog machine.
Yeah, it's not too far in, so you just have to like
Mhm.
crawl in like a foot or so and grab it. And it's dark, but you have flashlights, so you can probably just kind
Yeah.
of fiddle around in the fog and find the off switch. But would you like
Yeah.
to roll perception?
Yes, I would actually. Please give me a good roll, dice parser. That is better than before.
Dice parser, please.
14. That's a decent roll. I
Yeah.
would say that as you're like grabbing the fog machine to find the off button, you maybe hear some jingling from further in the vent. But when you look up,
Jeez.
you don't really see anything further down the vent, but that might also be because there's still a lot of fog in there.
She is squinting, and because after I'm assuming she's turned the fog off, and she's kind of waving it around, and like how I have a question of like how large the vent actually is.
I want to say it's like, I mean, the PartyPlex is known for its comically large vents, but this one is like one of the narrower comically large
Yeah.
vents. Like, you can still get a whole animatronic chicken in there, so that's something.
Is like the fog machine big at all?
The fog machine is a bit of like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's huge, but it is hefty. Like, it's from like the stage, like theater,
Yeah.
probably.
She is okay, so then she's gonna back out and take the fog machine out and just
Yeah.
very quickly tell them that she just needs to check something out and then crawl into the vents and try to follow where she heard the jingling.
Well, this doesn't seem like a great idea.
It's
Should
perfect,
we-
it's fine, it's the greatest plan.
Should I maybe follow
Sure.
her?
That was. I don't know how much you'll be able to help, but it's probably better than her going alone.
Yeah, okay. So he's gonna climb up and squirm into the vent after her.
So two of you have gone into the vents, while the other two are now standing in the room that's slowly becoming clear of fog. Let's just do the vent pair first.
Yeah, she
Because
does
I
not
feel
want to
like
be in the
everyone would
basement
like to.
anymore.
You're trying to follow down the
Understandable.
vent, whatever it was you heard. You maybe hear some more jingling up ahead. But then you kind of like hear like the sound of a Nara vent opening, and you turn the corner and see that, well, a Nara vent has been opened, and whatever was in the vent has dropped out. And this is unfortunately one of the vents that's like on the ceiling, so like unless you want to take like a a drop down onto the floor.
It's you know what? Fuck it.
What?
Wait,
She's
you're
actually
going?
well, she's gonna open it and see where it actually leads first.
Well, this is okay. So you kind of entered through like one of the vents on like the side of the wall, and as you crawled through, you're now level with one of the ones that more like drops onto the like
Yeah.
that's more
Well,
directly on the ceiling.
yeah. I just mean like is the vent super high up? Like would she have a really large fall? Is she able to see into the
I would
room a
say
little
probably.
bit?
I'm not good at guesstimating the height of ceilings, but I would say 12-foot drop.
Oh. Never mind.
Oh.
She just kind of looks down and is like, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. It's just kind of
The
then
vent was
turn.
hanging open when you got it, though, so you know whatever just came out of there, just barely made it out. In fact, maybe you can hear like as you're looking down, though you don't see anything. Maybe you hear like the sound of like footsteps and some more jingling.
Is there a way? I want her to leave the vent, but I also don't want her to fall and like hurt herself because
Die.
that's high. But also, there's the fact of like, is this worth it anymore?
I'm gonna be honest. I think if you wanted to investigate that hall you're looking down
Yeah.
at, you would have to go back to the endo room that had been covered by fog and is now clearing out, and then
Yeah.
go into the hallways and navigate to that hall. Unless you want to like roll, roll to try and not break your kneecaps
Yeah,
on that
so
hall.
I was like,
Abandon your companions and possibly break your kneecaps, or backtrack.
Decisions.
Chip is curious, but also does not want to be in the basement, but also does not want to be here, and also does not want to break her kneecaps. But me as the player, I'm curious as fuck.
The pain of having to stay in character.
The duality.
The duality of man. It makes you feel better. There's some stuff that will happen if you go back to that other room.
Okay. She's just like, I don't know what she would do. She keeps staring, and the first thing that she thinks is, "Oh, that is too high up." And then
Aw.
just that is way too high up. I am not doing that. So she turns around because she does not have enough faith in herself to not end up falling if she were to try scaling out of the vent or something. So she's gonna turn around.
And James was back there.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's gonna get jump scared by him at first.
They're both gonna just ah!
Yeah.
White boy jump scare.
Hold on, wait, where's the... Don't we have that here? Never mind. It's not a sticker, hold on.
You okay, Chip?
There we go. She, yeah, so she kind of gestures behind her, because she doesn't exactly want to use her voice as usual, I mean, that's mostly what I've been imagining her doing this game, just mostly gesturing and so on. But, gestures behind her, tries to explain without verbally explaining the jingles because she also does not know sign language, but at the end gives up and explains that she was trying to follow the sound of the jingling.
He nods. So, you good to head back?
And she gives him a nod.
Okay, let's go back. And he's gonna back up and lead her out because he's now in front.
So you return to the main Indo storage room, kind of just in time for like the majority of the fog has cleared out. There's still some like low-hanging fog, but everyone in there can now see the room. So would everyone like to roll perception or investigation?
Yep.
Yes.
That's the title of this game, actually.
Yeah.
Perception or investigation.
18.
And 11.
Dirty 20. Ooh,
Okay,
21.
everyone's
Oh,
done
21.
great except for James, but that's still there's still a gimme in here.
James and Chip are swapped for once.
Yeah. So everyone in James can see that, well, this is the Indo storage room. There's like, alcoves and hooks that store Indos. And most of them seem to be occupied by Indos, but there's kind of a noticeable four areas that should definitely be holding an Indo that do not have Indos in them currently.
Oh.
Well, that's ominous.
And for the rest of you who rolled the 18, 20, and the
wait.
21,
Yeah, isn't there a fucking endo, like, night terror thing? Oh, no. Oh.
yeah, so 4 Indos missing. That's what everyone's seeing.
Wait.
And the rest of y'all who rolled good. What?
Let MJ finish talking.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, you can freak out later.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you will notice also in sort of a corner, there's usually like a security desk in here. It's been shoved off to the side, and it is neatly stacked with books of all sorts, like fairy tales, fictions of various types, some like comics, magazines, some like dictionaries and things. Just a lot of books. But however, you do also notice on that desk, well, not on that desk, but on the ground near that desk, that it seems like one book in particular was dropped on the floor unceremoniously, like it had been abandoned in a hurry. Would you like to look at that book closely?
Yeah, of course.
Yep. So, picking that book up, I'm assuming Eggs would take the lead here.
Sure.
Yeah, picking that book up, if you look at the back cover, or well, the front cover, sorry, you will see that it depicts a knight on horseback jousting. And the book itself kind of has some dark ink stains on it.
Eggs is glaring at it.
But yeah, odd book stack aside, other than more evidence that someone was here and someone left in a hurry, the only other thing out of place is 4 missing endos.
Which is unnerving.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not sure where those endos are or what they're being used for, but I doubt it's anything good.
Oh boy.
So, now knowing that there are 4 missing endos, well, you're basically come to the dead center of the endo area. And it should be easier to get back out since there's sort of like a front entrance to the endo area, like closer by. You basically took the weirdly complicated back route here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chance that Chip could probably because I'm not sure if there's anything else in the room. I have no idea. My brain is is there a way for Chip to go back and try to go into the room that the vent from the top down section leads to?
Could you repeat that?
Is there a way for Chip to try to find the room that the top down vent that she found leads to?
Yeah, you can roll survival, I think, and navigate back to that.
I feel like she would probably ask someone to come with her.
Yeah, I feel like they're all
You can
going
go.
with her at
Oh,
this
of
point.
Yeah.
Eggs is
Okay.
taking the book.
12. Okay.
Well, I want to say it's like, unfortunately, it's sort of like a lot of these halls look the same. Like, there wasn't any, other than a vague, like, sense of it was probably to, like, this far and then this direction from the main endo room. You're not sure which one it was in particular.
Mhm.
And whatever
Mhm.
vent had been left open was closed since you last saw it, probably.
We should probably try to get upstairs and see what's going on there.
Yeah.
Would they have to like retrace their steps for that? Or would there be another staircase?
I think
These
there's
are the exits
multiple
out of here.
staircases.
Oh, okay.
Basically, at this point, you could check your cameras, and I would say that you could kind of like use your maps to navigate. Since once you know that you're in like the main endo storage room, it's easier to like have a landmark of where you are in the world.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And Eggs has that good map, so he might be leading the way
He's
out of here, handy giving directions,
Eggs.
still holding the book in one hand.
The good map.
Mhm.
So you all kind of. Is there any like where in particular that Eggs is going, or is it just sort of like out?
I think he's
Out of
just
the
trying
basement?
to get up and then figure out what's going on upstairs from there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I'll
James
say
is
that
just kind of following Eggs's lead.
you probably like pass out of the endo storage into like the parts and service zone, and then can find the sort of elevator or stairwell out. It would be. Hold on, I'm trying to remember my security breach layouts.
The parts and
I
service
think.
has the main stage elevator, but during operating hours we probably shouldn't be using that. So there's the
Yeah,
elevators
no,
up
I feel
to.
like there was
Yeah.
also like there was like also like a staircase, like staff only staircase out of there.
Mhm.
Or at least we can pretend there is if I'm misremembering. So you
I
can
feel
take
The
a
like
PartyPlex
staircase.
has it.
Yeah, the PartyPlex has it. The
I feel like there
PartyPlex has
was.
more ways around.
Mhm. So
Yeah,
they make
you
it up to the main
get
floor.
back out onto the main floor, and as you're sort of like exiting from the utility tunnel staircase, uh, would you like to roll perception as you're entering this normal hallway?
Absolutely.
Yes. Just perception.
16.
Just perception. You're just looking around now.
22s. Hell yeah.
22.
5.
Oh,
Oh, Kestrel,
Oh.
my sweet
Five.
guy. My buddy, my pal.
He's
It's not your day.
suffering. It is
Uh,
not.
Well, Kestrel is probably suddenly blinded by the return to the neon lights of the PartyPlex. The rest of you,
Yes.
however,
yeah.
you get to see the delightful image of Harlequinette pass the fuck out on a bench.
Oh. I
They're
was just
covered
gonna
in
s-
cobwebs and
Aw.
dust
Oh.
and grime.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Sweetie.
How long have they been down there?
It's like that must have been what the jingling is.
I will neither confirm nor deny, but I'm winking at you.
Sweetie. Harlequinette, sweetie.
I was just gonna say that as soon as Chip
Honey.
is out of there, she just kind of shakes her her feathers out a bit. And now she's calm. She's fine.
Oh.
And she's in her element. She feels great now.
Yeah.
But immediately replaced with concern when she sees Quinn.
If you want, you may interact with Quinn, or you can just sort of sigh in exhaustion and wander off.
You can also roll insight on X if you would like one final
I would
time.
like to, yes.
I am rolling insight.
Kestrel
20.
Kestrel will insight eggs because he didn't perceive Harlequinette.
That is a 10.
And a 6. Yeah. Kestrel gets nothing. James sees Eggs sort of look at Harlequinette and then look away and start heading out of the room. And doesn't get much more than that. With a dirty 20, Chip can see that Eggs is glaring down at Harlequinette.
James is so conflicted. He wants to check in on Harlequin, but he also wants to check in with Eggs, and he's just kind of
Yeah.
stuck, going like, look, back and forth, like,
You gotta pick
Hmm.
one, or the decision will be
Yeah.
made for you.
I mean, yeah, I think Chip could check on Quinn.
He's gonna hurry
yeah.
after Eggs then, if he sees that
Yeah.
Chip is checking in on Quinn.
She doesn't know Quinn or Eggs very well, but I feel like
She would know Quinn.
yeah.
They live
They
together.
live together. In my
Yeah.
mind, all the
I just what I
animatronics
mean
are
is like
big.
I feel like she would know Quinn better than Eggs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Certainly.
yeah, so it's not like she doesn't know Quinn, it's just that more familiar with Quinn than she is with Eggs.
Mhm.
So she doesn't exactly want to wake them up, but she does want to make sure they're fine.
You can poke the clown, it's okay.
She will pat the clown.
Yeah. Harlequinette kind of like jolts slightly at the touch and like lifts their head up from where they had been face planted on the bench and kind of looks over their shoulder and says, "Oh, hey Chip." And, like they casually grab a cobweb off their face and toss it.
Chip kind of points to the staircase to ask them like if they were down there as well.
I'm gonna. Would you like to roll insight, actually?
Sure. 14.
14. You can see Harlequinette's mask shift to like one of like blank sort of panic as Chip gestures and questioning, and then kind of return to like a tired smile and say, "Oh, I was busy elsewhere. We have rats in the vents. Elsewhere. I was running around the vents the whole night catching rats. Yep.
Chimp? That's a new one. Chimp is
Iconic character Chimp.
Chip is squinting at Quinn. God.
I'm gonna roll
my goodness.
deception.
I'm not gonna live that down. Chip is squinting at Quinn, and I don't know if she would. I don't know if she would roll persuasion to have them like actually tell her. I don't think she would, but she is very. It is obvious she does not exactly believe them.
Yeah. With that 12, you beat
Aw.
the that's a 12 deception, so your 14 insight works. Yeah, you can tell
Yeah.
that that's just a lie they're pulling out of nowhere for some reason. It's like they were probably down an event somewhere given how grimy
Yeah.
they were. And given the jingles you heard
Yeah.
and the bells of their hat that you're now hearing up close, it's like, there's some dots there. There's dots that you could very easily
Yeah.
connect.
She's kind of tilting her head and like I don't think she would be able to do this without sign language or verbally speaking, but she is trying to ask if they were watching them.
I think like the squinting is enough for like
Yeah.
to kind of like shrink in on themselves and say, I just checked in a couple times.
I will also say the animatronics have an internal messaging system.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Well,
They
no,
can check-
Harlequinette doesn't have one because
Oh, true. That works.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's been a little inconsistent. It's like they don't have access to the main database, but
Yeah.
they can do some slight messaging.
Although I
So-
did not know about the animatronic thing, but I will keep that in mind for
Mhm.
future games.
So I think Chip could message Harlequinette.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chip could also message a Raz watch and send a text message like that.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, she's mostly just furrowing her brow. She's like, "Do you mean how many? Oh, fuck, sorry. How many times is a few?"
And Harlequinette's face goes very blank for a moment as they calculate whether the whole time counts as just once.
It's just
The whole time. The whole time.
she is burying her face in her hands, and she's just like, "Do you need sleep?"
Harlequinette has not said their answer out loud yet, so they just nod their head like, I've had a long night.
Okay. She'll lead them to the kitchen first, and then she can get them like a snack or something, and then they can sleep.
Aww.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's like, I think as they're kind of heading to the kitchen, like, Harlequinette slowly says, technically, I only checked in once.
Technically?
Technically.
What do you mean, technically?
They do not answer and just start speed walking.
What do you mean, technically?
He just starts speed walking faster.
Are they headed in the same direction X was headed?
Well, what do we think? Would it be funnier if Eggs is heading in the direction of the kitchen as well, or like where is Eggs going?
I think it would be very funny if Harlequinette encounters X and James on their walk.
Okay, and trying to.
I don't know where X is going. Probably the atrium.
Yeah, like we can make up where we are in space time, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's all in the same direction. I mean, it would have to be since the main atrium is sort of where all the food vendor stalls are and the elevators down to the kitchen. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The funniest part to me is just Eggs, because I was imagining most of the conversation to take place at the seat area that I don't know where Quinn was sleeping, but just on the
random
walk
bench and
there, on the walk there, just hears technically it was only once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically it was only once. It's what James and Eggs hear. And where is Kestrel? My guy, my buddy, are you like spacing out next to the bench? Or have you followed the egg boy?
I don't know. I mean, because he rolled such a horrible perception that he didn't even notice Harlequinette.
He's just
So I think
eating.
you would follow eggs, yeah.
Yeah, so do we want to handle James and Kestrel checking in on eggs before crossing paths again?
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that.
Mhm.
Eggs is power walking
Yeah.
towards the atrium.
Eggs, wait, wait up! And he's gonna try and catch up with Eggs.
Oh, Eggs is not terribly fast, so he can. And Eggs
Mm-hmm.
is just like muttering, "Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Hey, Eggs, are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you?"
Mm, yeah, I mean,
Okay.
despite being kind of spooky, nothing really happened for the most part, which is
Yeah.
a good thing.
I mean, it's good for us, but if they're not down there, they're somewhere else. And it's looking like that's up here.
Yeah, that's the not good part.
Exactly.
But I mean, now we can keep an eye out for him too. You know, you're you're not alone.
Eggs like turns to look at James and is like, I don't think we're still in keeping an eye out territory. It's one thing if they're hiding out in the basement, live and let live until they do something fucked up. Has the PartyPlex even closed yet, or are they up here with guests?
I look at our DM.
I would say this was happening like just near closing time, so it probably is now like just past closing time.
Mhm.
Like we were
Well,
in the final wee hours of the opening, like like the evening as everything's starting to shut down and the employees start giving the hint to guests that it's time to start going,
Yeah.
and now it's fully closed down.
I was thinking that since Chip was recruited on this mission.
Oh yeah, definitely not the height of business hours.
Yeah, cause she would be too busy at the stage.
mm-hmm. James,
Yeah.
like to kind of give that information plot credibility, James kind of glances at his Raz watch and looks at the time and goes, I think the plot was on our side because we are closed right now, so pretty sure they probably came up here when there were no guests. Thankfully.
We can hope, but there's still a lot of other people that might be around up here that wouldn't be in the basement.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
that's kind of what I mean by keep a lookout and stuff, because there's more people to sound the alarm if there is, you know, danger to the rest of our coworkers.
In
You
theory,
know?
yeah. I don't know that any of them are going to know what's happening in time to sound that alarm.
It, that's kind of why you need to talk to people about this kind of stuff. So, like, we can send out memos and, you know, have more heightened security.
Oh, yeah, that memo's going to go over absolutely great, isn't it? There's a bunch of monsters called the Night Terrors living in the basement, and they probably want to eat your fear, but maybe they're fine.
Well, I mean, it's
That
Einquell.
was a lore drop.
Oh, I was not paying attention. What was the lore drop?
Name drop of what the actual nightmares are and that they eat fear.
Oh.
James is
Eggs
sitting here
gets a
going,
look.
James is just sitting here going like, it's Einquell. Crazy things are gonna happen, so it's better to talk about the crazy things, otherwise people get hurt. Kind of moves his hands in a so there gesture.
Maybe you're right, but it's a little late for it now.
Yeah, but there's at least you're not alone, at least. That's what I'm trying to say.
Now be a good time for them to cross paths.
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So as you're finishing up that conversation, you hear like technically only once as Harlequinette starts speed walking
Yeah.
past you.
And I want to say, because I think it's funnier if Chip just verbally did go, technically.
Technically, Harlequinette reaffirms, holding up like one finger.
What do you mean, technically?
I mean, technically, once, just once.
I think Eggs is glaring at Harlequinette as they pass.
I think I'm going to just say that Harlequinette senses some anger. Since we just verbally established the whole fear sensing thing, so they kind of glance over at Eggs
Mm.
and like confused and
James glancing between the two, like
I think Eggs isn't going to say anything out loud, but Harlequinette gets a message from Handy that says,
Oh.
"Do you know where your friends are right now?"
Oh.
I think want to roll insight, everyone who can see Harlequinette's face.
oh dear.
Yes. You know where your friends
19.
are.
18.
14.
That's
no!
roll.
Out of the
What
loop.
What is with dice person hating
Sweetie,
Kestrel
honey,
tonight?
baby.
No thought behind those eyes.
I just like, has he brain swapped with Archie? Hello?
Yeah, I was like, hold on. I usually am the one who gets the terrible rolls.
No, I'm giving Kestrel advantage just one last time out of pity.
Please, Kestrel.
Okay. He's becoming a himbo.
Yes.
Kestrel
Crew has changed
arc.
him.
12.
12.
Okay, that's at least
12.
marginally better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
everyone sees. Of course, they don't know what message Harlequinette gets. But at being asked by Handy if they know where their friends are, first their face goes to confusion, then their eyes widen as they clock which friends might be being referred to, and then their face goes into like a snarl, which looks very off on Harlequinette's typical smiley face. And for
Oh.
that 19 and 18, you can catch a glimpse of what looks like sharp teeth gnashing together within the mask before Harlequinette's face pops back to a smile and they just kind of shrug and wave off.
Chip is
Oh.
very nervous, looks up at Quinn, and is just, so how about that snack?
James,
Good, snacks are good. I've had a long night. You would not believe it.
I'm gonna need to roll a whiz save for James.
No.
Oh, yeah.
3 plus 3. Oh, okay, all
Oh.
right. He just flinches back from seeing that and just like steps back, takes a few more steps back, and he's having a panic attack.
Oh no, James.
Oh. Egg stops
Harlequinette
glaring.
was trying to like, turn and just like leave the situation, but they suddenly sense a whole lot of fear and turn back in concern.
Yeah, Egg stops glaring at Harlequinette and goes after James, looking at him concerned, and is trying to sort of put himself between James and Harlequinette.
James is just kind of he's just kind of in a ball on the floor, and he's kind of got his hands and arms kind of covering his face as if trying to kind of just avoid from being hit.
Chip
Oh
As-
Chip
no.
doesn't.
And
I
yeah,
feel like Harlequinette like exchanges a bewildered glance with Chip
Yeah.
before kind of like moving forward but
doesn't-
keeping their distance. Like, James, are you alright?
She doesn't know if she should keep leading Quinn to the kitchen or help James because he was helping her the entire time.
he's just kind of he's kind of stuck in a he can't really respond to anything. He's just struggling to breathe properly.
Oh, James.
Oh no. X is sort of like very tentatively trying to put a comforting hand on his back. Like, he's not sure if this will help, but
Unfortunately, that's gonna get him a flinch
oh, he pulls
because
his hands back
he rolled
immediately.
bad enough. He rolled bad enough that he can't really register what's a friendly touch and what is flashback.
Oh,
no.
yeah, X pulls his hand back immediately and will give James space.
So yeah, he's just gonna stay in a little ball until the clown is gone.
Like, Harlequinette looks
Ugh.
devastated. They weren't angry at James. They were barely angry at all, really.
Yeah,
They just
Chip
had a
is-
realization about certain
Yeah.
things.
Chip
James
is
would logically understand that, but he failed his wisdom roll. I'm so sorry, Quinn.
It's just gonna lead
Quinn,
Quinn.
like, I think Quinn, like, is gonna hammer space roll out, like, a blanket to give, or at least put near James, and then they're just gonna skedaddle out.
Yeah. Chip will check up on James later. But I want to say that as Quinn leaves, Chip stands there for like a minute more, just staring in shock, and then she shakes that shock away and then follows Quinn.
Quinn pulls out that blanket and kind of like, I think they hand it to Kestrel and kind of gesture for Kestrel to hand it to James, and they just sort of like skedaddle out. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
X is very pointedly not looking at Harlequinette at all.
Yeah, so like if someone puts the blanket over him and like gives him a few minutes, he's gonna like slowly kind of just uncurl a little bit, and he looks very confused and dazed as he finally calms down and his brain registers clown gone.
Oh, baby.
What happened? Sorry, what?
Hey, you feeling a little better? Harlequinette kind of glared at me and you shut down.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Not your fault.
I don't even really remember that. But I'm pretty sure I can. It probably tracks. Yeah. Sorry. I'm okay.
An
Yeah,
extra insight on whether James is actually okay.
Go ahead.
$15?
Okay. Yeah, with a 15, you get that he's he's going to be okay, but he's still kind of reeling from the sudden fear dump that he just went through. And like with that 15, you can kind of see his hands are shaking and he's kind of just still got kind of like a hand pressed to his head, kind of close to and like to his another hand kind of clutching at his hoodie. And with that 15, you kind of just notice that there's scarring on his face.
Oh.
Hmm.
So like there's a reason why he kind of went to protect his head.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I
X is
I
like.
do jazz hands.
X is like.
Ah,
I am so sorry. He
Uh,
just rolled really bad.
mhm.
It's okay. I'm
It's
just
fine.
over here and stunned since I thought this would be a shenanigans high game, but
Yeah.
we're having
Me
some
too.
typing.
We just
In
had the perfect
PartyPlex, no
storm.
way.
We just had the perfect storm of character trauma coming up.
Mhm.
Yeah. At
X
least
is.
James and Chip can shake hands on both of them being like reminded of trauma in this game.
Mhm.
Trauma buddies.
Trauma buddies.
X asks like, is it okay for me to touch you? I tried to touch your shoulder earlier and you flinched.
Yeah, it just I was remembering something that I really wish I didn't remember.
Eggs like gives a very hesitant pat to James's shoulder.
This time he doesn't flinch.
Mm-hmm.
And like his shoulders kind of loosen a little bit more.
Yeah. Kestrel's still there, right?
Yeah, he's still here. Just
I feel like Eggs looks up at Kestrel like, do you have like a bottle of water or something? That might help. I don't really know what to do here.
I feel like he should have a bottle of water for when he's at work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So yeah, he does pull out a bottle of water.
James will just very sheepishly take it because he's just like, I don't know what happened. It was. It was. He basically just kind of went catatonic for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he does take kind of just careful sips of water and just kind of breathe out shakily, like, oh, because that's exhausting. He is like exhausted now.
Oh.
And he just kind of is like, thanks. I, sorry.
Not something you have to apologize for, James. Um, maybe let's get you to a break room and you can, I don't know, sit somewhere nicer than the floor at least.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Hmm. Eggs, and now it's Eggs' turn to offer James a hand to get up.
I am emotional. Ah.
I love them.
He just kind of smiles and takes the hand.
Yeah, and Eggs will help him up.
They're friends, Your Honor.
They're friends, Your
Friends.
Honor.
They're
Ah.
friends.
I quietly sob.
Oh. Pet pet.
But
Eggs will walk with James and presumably also Kestrel to the nearest break room.
mm-hmm.
Get James settled in with a complimentary PartyPlex snack on the sofa.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Harlequinette's like bent over a counter, like holding like a smoothie in depression.
Chip is patting Quinn on the
Oh.
back and is like, "Would you like me to get you some nachos or something? Do you want anything else to have with the I don't remember if it was a slushy or a soda already."
It was a smoothie, neither.
Okay, smoothie. Crap. No, anything to go with the smoothie.
I feel like Harlequinette just sort of leans forwards and then plonks her head on the counter and just says, "Drown my sorrows in snacks, please."
It's okay, it wasn't your fault.
Harlequinette argues with that in their head that they're pretty sure it was their fault.
You didn't mean to.
Doesn't matter.
Ugh.
They lost their temper and then someone got scared too much.
She's just gonna pat them on the back. She won't grab them like a bunch of snacks. She's just gonna grab them a few and then well actually she'll have them eat in the kitchen first and then lead them out to get some rest.
I think this seems like a good spot to close on.
Yeah.
Oddly angsty ending.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It was
It's fine.
juicy angst.
Yeah.
And lore.
And lore.
Yeah.
And lore. And hey, don't worry
And
about
lore.
the fact that there's 4 night terrors on the loose somewhere upstairs. That's not gonna be a game soon. Don't worry.
Hmm.
Oh.
Anyway, this was fun. Thank you for running the game, MJ.
This
Yeah,
was
it was fun. I
fantastic.
hope everyone had a good time.
Yeah.
This was great.
So fun to be able to play eggs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, beloved.
Everyone beloved.
Yeah. I love you, James. I love you, Kestrel. I love you, Eggs.
And we love you, Chip.
We
Mhm.
love Chip.
Everybody
Harlequinette.
played really great. And Harlequinette.
Yeah,
Harlequinette.
and Hart and Quinn.
So yeah, thank you everyone who's listening in, either live or later on the recording.
Mhm.
Have a good one. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.